Good morning. It is Dr. Lisa Lunch, your income. I am here. We're going to go live, and monetize our expertise. So, if you have any questions, I appreciate you coming in and getting support. We're going to talk about all things branding and marketing and monetizing. So, if you can join me on my live. We're going to chat and talk. I'm actually going to go have a very busy day today. I want to make sure I'm here for you. But I am um, doing a lot of stuff. Today is that day, but there's a lot going on. I have my subscriber only on TikTok today. I have a battle today. I have a battle. So I'm supposed to be doing one of my first battles today. So I'm excited about that. How you doing? Yes, Michelle. How you doing, friend? I appreciate you. So I was saying on my YouTube that I'm busy today. Today is a busy day. I have my 10 o'clock I'm about to do now, and then I have the 4 o'clock. I have some meetings in between, but then I have the 4 o'clock, and I'm having a battle. Yes, best of luck on the battle. Yes, the battle is at 5 o'clock, and then I'm doing my sub only live. So my subscriber only live is also happening today. So this is a really busy day. So we'll see about my time management. I'm already lagging, as you can tell. I'm trying to make sure I like this live so I can have it in the system because people like to. So I'm going to make sure I set up my page already. How's everything going on your end, friend? I do have my water. Matter of fact, I'm here right now. And you could tell when I'm warming up my voice and I'm talking. It doesn't do this to me as much in the 4 o'clock. It's the 10 o'clock. It's like, okay, you're just starting. You're just starting. And so, yeah, my voice is not activated yet. So that helps. And then the allergies also, that's a whole nother conversation. The allergies are really bad for me as of late. So I have to do more with take my allergy pill at night so it doesn't make me drowsy throughout the day. But I think I'm gonna have to change my day. I'm gonna have to do 2 a day. Busy as well, playing with turtles. I'm a turtle tank filter as the kids eat. Awesome, you have turtles? I have a fish tank. We had a dog, not anymore, but he passed away. He was our pet for about 13 years. And he passed away last year this time. So early part of last year. But I just got a fish replacement pets. I was like, you know what? My dog days cool. We're gonna say that for later in life. I have the preschooler. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need a dog right now. So, but my son, my older son, he is um, school year ended, so he's back. He's done with his finals and stuff, and he's bringing his cats. Oh, your Zyrtec for the win at night. Yeah, you know what? Zyrtec at night. I tried it, and it made me so drowsy throughout the day. I mean, the day I was so I'm on Zyzel. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm on that one. Yes. So yeah, this is so yeah, though yeah, that's the one I take now. And actually it does do well. I think it's just a bad allergy season. I've heard people talking about it on the news here in Florida in particular. Our the pollen count is highest, some of the highest in the country. And so that's what your daughter takes, yeah. Yeah, the pollen count is some of the highest in the country when it comes to count here in Florida and Georgia. They have that as well. I think we're like 1 2, definitely in the top 5. So we're pretty high, but it's all good. I think I get irritated because I take him to daycare in the morning. So I'm out, I'm in and out the car doing, doing the daycare thing. And I think I'm impacted from it because of it. So me too. I have year round. So does my son. My toddler, he preschooler now. I could call him a toddler. Um, he has the year round allergy issue. So he takes the children's Zyzol, and I take the adult version. And we just switched from that. We were on the generic um, Claritin. I think it's the Ranitidine. I think that's how it's pronounced. We were on that for a while, and I didn't see a difference. So when I switched over, I tried Zyrtec at first, and I was just too drowsy from it. And the doctor actually says it on the package too, but the doctor told me, she said, yes, that's the main side effect. And I can't survive on this. And so, and then I switched to the other one. It's been better. I mean, honestly, I was worse, to be so try hot tea with coach. That's a good idea. I, I'm a tea drinker. In the mornings, I do my coffee. I have my coffee now. But I am a tea drinker at night. But to your point, I probably need to bring that in the morning too. I should. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, Claritin never worked for us too. It did. My husband swore by it because he and the boys has started taking it quite a bit, but it never really worked for me. Never really. I said I really couldn't impact from it. So, and honestly, I think I had to get like the what is it, the aspirin and Flonase. I had to do all that because it was just so bad at one point. And it was because I wasn't regularly taking the medication, year-round allergies. I wasn't doing it on a regular occasion, so I would have like these episodes where it was like for 2 or 3 months where I was really suffering. So now I've gotten to a place where it'll do this, but it won't be the whole major. I haven't had, it's been a minute, knock on wood, I haven't had a whole sinus infection and all the things that come with it. Hello, you all who are joining. I'm just chatting. People coming in and out. I'm like, okay, what is she talking about? Yes, it wants to be voice. That's good. So, yeah, I'm noticing, and obviously doing this and making this part of my daily routine. My voice and my body's like, okay, you're doing something different. You're doing something quite different. What's going on here? And so yeah, I have to figure out that. And like I said, the remedy of cough drop tea in the morning might be the thing I need to do. I, yeah, my voice is like, what is going on? All right, friend, I'm about to jump on to TikTok. Okay, I always turn on my content disclosure. I always turn that on now. That's the one thing I am doing intentionally. And then he said, let's go. Awesome. And then I do have back-to-back meetings, so I'm going to try to make this very succinct and recognizing that I also have busy afternoon. So I'm going to try my best to be a little bit more succinct with my messaging and get in and out, but we'll see how it goes. The chat sometimes gets to chatting. All right. Good morning, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Thank you so much for being here. This is my level up conversation, my 10 a.m. Come on in. How are all of you doing? This conversation we're going to talk about going live and monetizing your expertise. I want you to go live. I want you to feel confident and comfortable going live, connecting with your audience. Come on in. How you doing, Val? How you doing, Kimberly? How you doing, Miss Shannon? Thank you so much for being here, Sharon. I'm sorry. Come on in. I appreciate you joining. We're going to get started. Elegant, thank you so much for joining. Stacy P, how are you, friend? Morning, morning. Good morning. So, Nana, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming into the room, Miss Stacy P. Appreciate you. How you doing? Natasky, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here as well. I appreciate all the support you guys come in to get your daily heart meetings. Freckles, thank you so much, friend. How you doing? We're gonna get started. We're gonna get to chatting. We're gonna talk about all things going live. I got a couple things I need to put up. This is first after you start your live. So I'm gonna put that up. Gosh, I have my three things I can announce. Sub only. I think I'm gonna go there. Let's see. Maybe I should have did a board battle. Let's see. Let me put on multiple stickers. Screens with the full stickers. Uh, so we'll do that one for now. How you doing, Grand Rising? I'll be getting like let's see. Do I like that one? Let's say sub only. We're gonna go sub only live. Okay, that we can do. Okay, we're gonna do that. This is for my subscribers. That is there. I see you all coming in. I appreciate you. How you doing, Dr. Laura? Thank you so much. Is it Triva? Thank you so much for joining. How you doing, friend? So Trinidad, how are you today? I'm well, Kimberly. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best to be on time for class. I keep missing you. I appreciate you being here, friend. I really enjoy your lives. I'm working my 9 to 5 listening. Thank you so much, friend. Okay. I'm putting my stickers up. I have a couple stickers, couple announcements. I appreciate you all being here um, and supporting the live. Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning. And as you guys know, I am co-streaming. That's what I've been doing lately, co-streaming on YouTube. So you guys see me over in both places. This recording is available now on a playlist on my YouTube channel. So I save this. So if I say something, you want to go back to it, you now can go back. Because I was asked that many times early when I started, like, oh, you give so many great tips. You're sharing so much good information. You're gatekeeping. So I do record this now. So because I'm co-streaming, I'm able to put it on my YouTube channel. And so I'll ask that you go over there if you get a chance. Even doing the live, I have my moderator. Her name is Yes Michelle Crochets. She's there now. Thank you so much, friend. And so she's over there now. If you want to go into the chat and say hello and comment and connect with her, she's my YouTuber. She's my YouTube person. So I have her through this journey as I kind of transition into that space as well. So I want you all to understand this is something you can easily do this. I don't want you to be nervous or scared about it, but it's a great opportunity for you to have multiple things you're doing at the same time. So connect with her. She can give you tips and strategies. She's taught us so much. I have, friend. Thank you so much. As well as follow her, one of her short. That's what they call reels. They call them reels on Instagram. They call them shorts on YouTube. We call it posting over here on TikTok. So if you go over to her channel and comment on her shorts on the long form videos, she'll see that comment, like it, and then subscribe. If you do the same for me, I'll say to do the same for me. Go to my channel, put a comment in, like and subscribe, and I will do the same for you. So that's the goal. We're trying to grow. We're trying to level up. I want us all to grow. So if you do that, we will make sure we are supporting you as well that you can answer questions. Thank you, Doc. Oh, Laura, how you doing? It's Laura, isn't it? I appreciate you coming over, friend. Appreciate you in the comments over there. All right, friends. So let's do this. Let's talk about going live with ease and confidence. I don't want you to be nervous or scared, but I want you to think about how do you monetize? How do you think intentionally about your brand? How do you know who your target audience is? How do you support them in terms of offering them a solution? So we're going to talk through all that because I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. When you come live, this is one of the first ways to monetize on TikTok. Now, on YouTube is a little bit of a long game, but on TikTok, this is the first way to monetize. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. Can you see when we tap the screen more than once? Can we see your taps on the screen? I see the hearts increasing, the hearts appear increase. The taps that you do when you're in the box here, I can see who is the top viewers and the points that you're getting from being a top viewer. And then over here, when it goes to the heart me, I can see the points that people have as well. And so how you are engaging matters. I want you to be intentional about your engagement too, because TikTok is paying attention. You're leveling up. There's ways to get points. those points matter to TikTok in terms of how you engage in this app. And if you're looking for your content to get bolstered, you want to engage on the FYP, first of all, but you also want to engage in here because that's how TikTok will level you up and give you engagement. All of it is connected. Okay. So on the back end, on the analytics, as a live host, you can see more analytics of who liked your live, watched your live. You can see the watch time, and then you can see obviously the gifters as well. So there's some more data that you can look at. I tell people go back and look at analytics all the time because you want to make sure you are actively engaging. Okay. So I am doing my subscriber only live today at 6:30 Eastern. I also, and I don't need a sticker for it, I am also doing my second battle. My second battle is going to happen today at 5 o'clock. So we'll see how that goes. But if you're available at 5, come to my 4 o'clock live. It'll start at 5. It's a 5-minute competition. So if you're available to come, I appreciate all the love and support. But I understand if you're not, because these TikTok streets are busy, just like the real streets. Okay, friends. I appreciate you all being here now. Thank you so much. I see you coming in. Great information you're learning. Awesome, awesome. What happens in a battle? Oh, okay. Um, Battles are these quick competitions, 5 minutes, in which you'll see a split screen. You'll see a split screen. Um, I'm not gonna send my heart on my other account. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. You'll see a split screen where it's you in a room with your supporters, the my host will people. So in a room with all of you, my supporters, and then the other live hosts is in their room with their supporters, and you're competing for points. So points come from people liking the live, commenting, sharing out the live, gifting. That's the main point. Because TikTok wants you to give because they get a percentage. I say that all the time, and not um, to be transparent. That's why I do it. So, in a form of transparency, when you're here and engaging and supporting, it is for the TikTok economy. It's for you, it's for live hosts, and it's for TikTok. And so recognizing that that's what it's about. And so you're essentially getting points as a live host and basically it's a competition for points. So whoever gets the most points wins. You win a percentage of the gifting that happens. I think it's like 30% and TikTok takes 70. Okay, so there's a lot of people who do engage in battles and do it quite a bit as a form of monetization. This is going to be my second one. I don't battle often. I don't battle often. That's just not my thing. It's high adrenaline. You're cheering, you're encouraging your team and support. There's some different milestones, I guess you want to pay attention to throughout that 5 minutes where you're supposed to send gifts and power ups and all this good stuff. I don't understand it. So when we do our 4 o'clock, I typically ask a few people in the room who have been battling or have been in enough battles. I'm not an expert at it to give some quick advice for them. So that's what I'll do at the 4 o'clock live too. So I want us all to make sure we understand the process, but we're all learning. That's what this is about. We're all learning. Um, Let me know if there's any other questions about that. Thank you so much, T. That I appreciate you, friend. Appreciate you being here. So, what we do in the beginning of your live, I typically say, um, it says, "Oh, this is a new feature. Oh, this is part of. Is that part of? Oh, I don't know how it works. It's interesting. I'm not going to use it right now because I don't know how it works. But essentially, it's a new feature because I have that service on, and it said pin a message. Oh, so that's a new feature. Somebody else, I'm gonna have to ask about that a little bit more just so I know how to use that feature. Is it okay to do a live with my mom and I together? Yes, yes. So you mean like a co-host or someone as a multi-guest? Is that what you mean? Absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah. So as long as you're 18 years or older, maybe I should say that. I'm assuming you are. And so you and your mom can do it. Absolutely, as guest or co-hosting. People ask how she has live tonight. Oh, that would be an interesting one. I love that. Yes, I love that. That's a great one. Yeah. Does your mom have a TikTok account, or she will be a guest on your page? Make sure people are getting their daily heartbeat at the top and get the heart at the top. Thank you so much, T. That's me. People say, look here, make sure y'all get y'all daily heartbeat. Yes, absolutely. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about all things um, to make sure people are engaged. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You reached level 5 too for the popular vote. Piece on that. So let me say something because the popular vote too. So the daily heartbeat, we're gonna do a couple things we're gonna do to activate the room. We're gonna put the flash goal up. That's where you can send roses. Sometimes it comes back as the daily heartbeat. I was hoping it would because that would be easier just to kind of segue into that. But TikTok has these flash goals now, and I actually have been doing them daily because you will see, and I've noted a difference in how TikTok responds with putting more people in the room, especially from the FYP. So that's something you want to consider doing as you're going live. If you get a flash code, go ahead and just put it up there and see what happens. Again, I told you earlier, this is the TikTok economy. So they want you to give, they want the support because they get a percentage of it. But recognizing that this is another way to kind of get your page safe on FYP. So the other thing I will say is the daily heart rate that was just mentioned in terms of support as well. So I want to make sure you guys are doing the daily heart rate. Oh, I want to say something first. Kim, you sent the popular vote. Do me a favor. Let's do this. I want because I can't see. Let's see. Can I see it? You sent the popular vote. Um, just gonna try to look real quick. Um, you send that popular vote. Do you see? I don't see it on my side. I'm just trying to see if it's in here somewhere. Okay. You do you see the popular vote? Do you get extra points for that? Click that gift there. Just see what it shows for you. State you just sent it. I don't see where it shows higher points, but I was sometimes it does. Sometimes okay, because someone was saying previously that those popular votes are worth more points for you. And so when you think about being strategic of what type of gifts you get, because you get a point for every coin you send. So the popular vote is one coin, but essentially it's worth more points. I think that's what I understood. So let me make sure, I want to make sure I'm not saying something that's not true. So that's why I was saying, did you see a difference when you're in, are you seeing anything on your side that says more, more points? I don't see it on my side though. And so I'm trying to make sure I now tell you all a little bit more about your strategy. So maybe if you click your daily card, maybe see if you see different points that you're getting live. Oh, I missed it. Today is one and someone else live before it was 25. Okay. Okay. And was it just because of that particular live, you think? Because I think someone else told me previously that it was worth more points too. Okay. Hold on a second. What did you say? It pushes after a lot of yes, I know it's supposedly a better because we talked about it in this live the other day, so 2 days ago. We talked about it being a better gift to send. Think about the roses. Right now we're doing the flash goals. The roses are the gift to send. But people say exclusive, go into the exclusive gifts and send those gifts. And I assume that it's a win-win. So it boosts us live, but it also gave you more points. So I just want to make sure was that true. I didn't want to say something that was incorrect. I don't know what you guys are. You say gifts, gifters. Good morning, everyone. How you doing, Nitro? Appreciate it. So they say do that versus the roses. Yes, they were encouraging doing popular vote over the roses. Now, granted, right now the flash vote was asking for roses, but the popular vote was encouraged because it's right now it's part of the rankings here. When you see popular live, it's part of that particular campaign. So that popular vote is making sure that it gets pushed out and you get higher ranking. So it's part of the strategy to get you, um, as a creator, as a live host, get you more exposure. It's like 75 points or something, give or take. For the Daily Heart Me, 45 points, then the comment is 30, that's 75 points. Is that what you mean by that? The pop flip up pushes out your live. So um, you said pushes out more than the Daily Heart Me, more. And it's the same as a heart. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yes. Interesting. It makes sense that the rock ones. Yeah. Yeah. So let me know if that's the case. So we got something like that. Gotcha. Let me know. I just want to share that because I saw somebody with sending a popular vote. Let me know if you have more points. I don't know if you guys can track that. So when you see it, here's where I think you can track it. And so let me know if I'm wrong by this. Thank you so much. And we're chatting on the low. Thank you so much. Here's the two places you can track it. Track it with your daily heartbeat points. See how many points you get there, and then track it with your blue box. See if you level up because you got more points from the blue box. Now, the popular vote, I believe it aligns with the daily heartbeat because it's obviously supporting the live here, but it could be the box as well. So all that type of stuff I'm trying to pay attention to a little bit more because I don't teach it enough because I focus on just you having the courage to go live. Okay, that's what I focus on. But I think it's helpful if you're going to other lives and you're navigating, connecting, and you're getting to know how this platform works. And as a live host, you can let your audience know how to support you as well. So that's something I want to make sure I start talking about a little bit more in terms of the different gifts and campaigns. Look at you, baby. Cake. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you for the gift. How was your first gift? Awesome. It's a baby quiche. Is that it? Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for the daily heart. So we'll talk about that. Thank you so much for the shares. That is support. Thank you so much, Felicia. I appreciate it. That is all support. You said the first thing you ever said. I see that. Yes. TikTok is only that's the first gift you've ever said. Good morning, everyone. Um, Thank you so much for all the sharing, Vivian. See your friend. At work, only going to listen. Like when you read the comments. Just drop by for support. How you doing? I appreciate it, friend. We're gonna get to chatting and talking. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. We're gonna get to chatting and talking in a second. So with this particular, I usually want this to be my level up. Hello, Michelle. You're over here, Dr. Alicia Chan, over here, and grabbing my points. I'm getting back to my playground. So if you want to grab, yes, Michelle Crochet's real quick. She is my moderator for YouTube. She's over there. She's level 13. And grab her because she's a great person to have in your list of people you are connected to, okay? Whether it's connected here or on YouTube. She is helping me understand the YT as well as a way to kind of get acclimated and build my page over there. So I'm trying to be in multiple places. So what I encourage is that you also think about where you want to go, what you want to do with your presence, with your brand. Okay. So for me, I'm looking at building over there too because I said it. I did an exclusive only YouTube live stream, and I'm going to do that more frequently. But I was just talking about my journey and some of the lessons I've learned and some things that I need to do differently because I'm just out there. So I'm not out there as I'm not perfect. I told you practice makes perfect. Practice makes progress. And so I'm still learning, and there's some things I need to do differently. And so I'm sharing that just so you guys have insight into that process, but also recognizing that when you put content out there, it's what's called evergreen. So your content stays, and as people come to your page, they can engage. If you have a solution that you want to offer on that platform, people might grab it from you or get it from you. So just recognizing there's so much value with being in multiple places, and like I said, YouTube in particular because of it's a search engine. So you're not just doing social media stuff; you're actually posting for people to ultimately search and go to your page because they're looking for that content. Okay. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. We are trying to level up this year. That's what this is all about. You said almost got 200 points today, and you have 200 subscribers. You are really? I hit the 200 mark. That is something to cheer for. Let me cheer for that. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't know I hit the 200 mark. That's awesome. Yeah, YouTube is harder to grow, guys. I say this all the time. That's why I'm encouraging you to get over and get started because essentially, um, people just can't come and just hit follow. First of all, or subscribe. First of all, YouTube doesn't like that. That's all fake engagement. You have to watch really big on watch time. And then the other thing is you want to make sure that people actually have Google accounts because you can't subscribe to somebody's channel if you're not logged in. And there's a lot of us iPhone users that don't necessarily have an automatic logged in Google account. I think more people are doing it nowadays, but that's not the norm. And you shouldn't expect that either. So recognizing that there's still a lot of people who are not on there to have a channel and engage fully. They're just typing in something in the search bar, watching a couple of videos about it, and then they're moving on, and they're not getting subscribed. So you got to teach people and educate them on how to support that channel, just the way you have to teach people over here. So I say that because I want you guys to get in the game and get in sooner, just so you know what you're doing. He said, I'm learning about rooms. Like, just tell me about them yesterday. Yes, yes. You're talking about TikTok or YouTube as well. But yeah. So here is here's what I do for this live because I want you to be intentional about what you're telling your audience. And somebody said, I keep thinking about how do I get more engagement? How do I get more engagement? Good morning, friend. How you doing, Miss Sterling? Thank you for all the shares. Thank you, Miss Bernadette. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, friends. Um, how you doing, El Chick? Thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much for being here. So what I do is making sure that you guys start your live off. People say, I go live and I get no engagement. Okay. So there's two things I'm telling people pretty early on to pay attention to. Thank you so much for the grievances. That's our flash goal. I appreciate you. Good morning, everybody. There's two things, good morning, that I say I want you guys to pay attention to. Thank you for the flash goal. I see you all. We're doing a flash goal real quick. Appreciate you all coming in. Just want to start. Thank you so much. Um, hopefully reach our goal in the next 3 minutes. Please send my roses for different people. Please send our roses. Yes, yes, it is for different people. But I appreciate you all. You guys are so thoughtful. Yeah, it's one rose per person. One rose per person. That's how TikTok does the flash goals. One gift per person. Greetings. How you doing? Thank you so much. Appreciate you, friends. So here's what I will say. When it comes to engagement, I'm going to talk about two different things I want you to pay attention to. Okay, because I talked about this before. Someone asked previously, what lives do I go to? Who do I go to? Who do I learn from? And I said, you know what? I could tell you where I go, but that's not going to help you because I want you all to be intentional about going to content on the FYP, engaging with content that is going to support your particular topic, support your content, support your live, okay? Because two reasons. First of all, you're telling the algorithm what you want to see. You watch time. Okay. So that watching, as you're looking at content, as you're engaging in someone's live, that's going to help you. That's going to tell TikTok in a very different way because it's the algorithm. What you search for, what you watch, what you say. Okay. So I tell people you want to go to the FYP and that's the home page. Search there. You're on the For You page. Search for the topic or the interest that relates to you. Thank you so much for such great information. Appreciate you, friend. And so as you're searching for that, I want you to engage in the content. Content creators that have a similar topic issue or interest issue. Essentially the ones that are posted recently, that's kind of what you want. as well as the ones that have a lot of comments and a lot of high engagement in their content. And you are going to engage with that content essentially for the bottom up. The reason why you do the bottom up, and here's the true reason why you do it. As you engage from the bottom up, you are watching that video. You're fully watching that video. Thank you so much. And watch the better. It helps the creator with their watch time, but also helps you because you're telling TikTok, I want to see more of this. This is what I want. This is the content I'm interested in. Okay. And so that engagement matters. And then as you go up, as you favorite a post, I'm sorry, as you repost something, as you favorite something, and then you comment something relevant to that content, to your topic. And then you're going to engage with, you put a comment in there, but you're going to engage with all the people who are in that comments section as well. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You want to heart their comments. You may respond to a few of their comments because the reality, and this is what I share all the time, the reality is those people are your target audience because they have a similar interest as you. And they're going to come to your page. You want them to come to your page. They're going to come to your page and engage with your content because they're going to see your content that's ideally similar to what you're searching. And then they're going to engage there. And then they're going to come to your live if they become your followers. And then they're going to engage here in your live. So you want to be intentional about where you go and where you get your content from, okay, and what you're searching. And then on that search screen, it also says lives. And so it also says live. So as you're seeing people who are doing live topics, like yours, go to their rooms. You go into their rooms for a couple of reasons. First of all, you're going to engage in their room so you can get your engagement points up. You also going to go into their room to engage to see what are they saying, and sharing that aligns with your topic. Maybe they're doing something that you're like, okay, maybe I'll do things that way. Maybe I'll showcase my topic in a similar way. Or maybe I'll do something radically different because what they're sharing, I have something different to give and, and offer a different solution to my target audience. So be intentional about doing that research. That research helps your algorithm. It's going to help push people into your room that matter, your target audience that want to hear your message. And then it's also going to support you in terms of having the right, obviously the right people in your room, but getting more engagement from your lives and from your content. Okay. Kimberly said I have almost 3,000 comments on my post about my mom. Wow, look at you. Awesome. Look at you, friend. Yes, you definitely want to have your mom come in for live. Now, are you going live yet? Are you going live? And that's interesting. You said your mom is not over 90 or over 90 now. And so I'm sure she has some great tips and strategies for, just living a healthy life and longevity and some things that she's done to just stay healthy and alert. Definitely share. That's great. Um, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. I want to go. She's 90. She is 90. Awesome. Awesome. That is great. Uh, how you doing, Coach Jesse? I see your friend. You came in. People love my son. He's 20. He's a major Bible there. That's sweet. Yeah, you definitely need to have both of them in your life. That would be awesome. Just to have that comparison between your mother and your son, how they interact. Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. I appreciate you. You said Friday. Okay, let's do this. My live host. Let's do this. Kimberly and all my other live hosts. Let's put your live topic, time, and time zone in the chat. Let's do that. I try to do that to just show who's going live and hopefully build some engagement points for everybody, but also just showcase who's going live and what your topic is. And Kim, it sounds like you have a special live coming up with your mom. So definitely put that in the chat so people can see that. But let's get our lives activated. And then if you are new to my room, Pure Gift, Gift Pure, thank you so much, Fred. I don't know, it's Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Interesting. Bountiful, hello, daily check in. And I'm doing, look at you, Fred. Thanks so much. I see you. Um, oh, Moni, Mona, thank you so much. I'm doing my Seven Way Live tonight, 6:30. So definitely come to that. I can't wait till May 5th for I can't until May 5th, but noon Eastern. I still want why the time, friend? Let me know more. What did you mean by that? You said hello, good morning, friends, and then hello, wonderful. Coach Miss Jessie. I'm a certified confidence and trauma coach, live Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. Central, and 1 and 7, um, and 1 and 7 p.m. Central um, on Fridays. I think for Fridays, I think that's your Friday time. You different. You know if that's correct, Coach Miss Jessie. I was just trying to make sure I said that correctly. All right, friends, look at there. All that Coach Miss Jessie, the daily check-in, building life with some legacy, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m., Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Awesome. Just social, you going live daily, friend. I love it. I started a new page. Oh, did you? Okay, the shorts. You had to start a whole new page, friend. Oh, wow. So you still didn't find out what happened to your page. Sorry to hear that happened to you. What did they say about federal employees? That out. Oh, they were sharing their time. They go live. You want to? Okay, let me see if I can. Definitely want to go visit. One or two. Did I do it? I think I went up to. I was this high. Um, federal employee. You put it in there for me, my friend. I'm sorry, I missed it. Okay, there it is. Federal employees, Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Federal employees, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. So I don't know federal employees, but maybe there's a chat. So yes, thank you so much. Awesome. And then it's dementia caregiving couch or coach. I think it's really coach. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 a.m. Central, and Saturday at 5 p.m. Central. Okay, look at you. Awesome. You guys are going almost daily. I'm impressed. My daughter came on my live and made me say something that they didn't like on here. Oh, so you got a violation. I would say make sure you always turn on your content disclosure feature. That's first of all. Second of all, I don't know how old your daughter is, but hopefully she's 18 years and older. I usually try to not have minors or my son is 5. I never show him on my lives, just because TikTok's a little particular about that. Um, so yes. So with that being said, turn your content disclosure. Maybe make sure your audience control is on as well, just in case you do say something that's not so appropriate for young viewers. Okay, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. My mom talking about her as a motivational speaker in the 80s. Nice. Nice. And you do that Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Awesome. And then you have, didn't realize what I was saying, and I didn't mean to say it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, disclosure. Hopefully, help mitigate some of that. Um, it's me showing stuff. See you. Look at you guys. Then you guys start engaging. You have an amazing comic spirit. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was like headlines saying, "Oh, yeah, yeah." Turn up the content. Did you say similar tonight? Similar tonight? Similar tonight? That's tonight at 6:30. Yes, Fridays 1 to 7 p.m. Gotcha. Start a new page to your TikTok shop. Okay, that's good. Curate. How you doing, thank you. I see you, Fred. You said I so I talked it up. Is that what happened when I talked about it the other day? Was that yesterday? Thanks, I'm bored now. But yeah, I think I talked about having a second page as a recommendation. Not to say you have to kind of start all over, but I'm just saying if you want to create a page for TikTok Shop, that would be a best practice. I know people get TikTok Shop on one page and they're like, oh, I just got it. And now I gotta do a new page. So it's just up to you in terms of how you want to manage the two um, different focus of your page. Because TikTok Shop is a whole deal. So it just becomes something else you're focusing on, and it changes your algorithm. So you just have to be mindful of that. Oh, look at you, level 10, awesome. No idea, but I started a new page to share my journey back to the TikTok shop. Okay, well, that's a good one. I like that. I have my second page now. Okay, awesome. Where? Miss Basket, I'm missing what your where relates to. Still learning how to work lives. There we go. Let me know if you have a question. Pure mom. I was going to be teaching how to avoid getting suspended. Oh, maybe that's why you got suspended. They're like, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm laughing and I should not laugh at you, friend. But I don't know. That might be something to that. My goal is to go live every day at the noon for 7 days while I'm on the treadmill. So community plus walking. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes. What is the content disclosure feature? When you are in your settings, it's essentially a way for you to turn on um, kind of a very a disclaimer or a disclosure that you are representing your brand. So if you have a product, service, or something very particular that you're talking about with your audience, maybe you're talking about something to do with mental health or something that is a little bit more sensitive on the topic. So turn it on because you're representing your brand and you're talking to your ideal target audience about that particular topic. So it just gives you a little bit more flexibility and leeway to say different things that align with your brand. Thank you. I'm going to go do the content disclosure now. I already said it. Okay, 18 plus, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. How you doing, Doc Ray? Appreciate you being here. I need to know that I should turn that on. Um, I tell people to turn it on all the time now. I hate to say it because it maybe like Kristen's situation. You never know who's coming in your room. So and honestly, what I teach is that you are representing your brand. Ideally, you know your brand. You come live. And so as you're doing this, thank you so much, friend. As you're doing this, you want to be intentional about what you're saying, who you're talking to, and how you are branding yourself. So to turn that on and be able to say things that are pertinent to your topic and that are important to your target audience, you want to do that so you can talk a little freely. So for me, I talk about branding. I talk about other social media. TikTok's jealous. It's not like I talk about the other media. So I turn on my content disclosure so I can be a little bit more free to say YouTube versus the YT. Okay. And I still use the YT, just to not overdo it. Disclosure marketing. I have played music playing on the top. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that's a great way to do it. Um, I think the only thing you have to deal with is like copyright infringement stuff. There's music that TikTok says you shouldn't be playing. But I've played the YouTube. Obviously, since I'm post-streaming, I haven't had music playing like softly in the background. But I do agree with doing that. I see a lot of live hosts that do it. You said getting paid has definitely made you look at things differently. Yeah, I hear you, friend. We be able to do it just with, say that, hey, will we be able to do it just opening with no subs? This basket. Do what? Yes, go live, release subs, you're growing your sub community. So that's that has something to do with you going live and putting in content disclosure or playing music. Maybe I missed what you were saying because I went up a little higher. Oh, did she? The live Legion. She came to hang out in your room last night. That's awesome. So let me ask this then. Did you get questions answered for what you were looking for, Coach Miss Jessie? I'm gonna have her come on Saturday because of you. I feel more confident. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, friend. TikTok Shop Live. TikTok Shop Live. Mhm. Now I'm confused. What did we say? Reach out to me. Okay. Hold on and see. I had a really great live last night. Also, someone who works with advertising reached out to you. Oh, okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, but I should turn it on. Yeah, turn it all the time. I say turn on all the time. I would. Um, okay. You know what? I'm looking at the text Michelle. She said YouTube is particular that I use a paid subscription service like academic. She uses that for her music. So YouTube is different when it comes to music, and she wants to make sure I said that so that you guys know if you're co-streaming or streaming at all and playing music, YouTube will definitely shut you down. I think that's probably I think that's ultimately what you're you'll get in trouble with YouTube if you play music. So I don't play it anyway because the music I used to play was from YouTube. So now that I'm co-streaming, I don't have another system going. But she says she uses that particular um, epidemic sound as a paid um, music provider because they allow her to have that copyrighted music protection. So if there's any concerns with music, um, having copyrighted rights to it, she's protected because they had that for her. And I think that's what you told me before, Michelle. Let me know if that's correct when I said that. Gravitas Q. Gravitas Q. I just posted about this on Triana, or Josie. I'm sorry, Josie. You're on the page. I just posted about this. Um, I say do your research. So I don't know if you've had other agencies reach out to you yet. I don't know if you have like a list of agencies that you are contemplating, but put them on the list. Do your research. Curator, thank you so much for your first gift, friend. Thank you so much. Um, Put them on your list and just see if there's some comparisons that you want to make with other agencies as you hear what their benefits are and what type of services they're going to offer you, how they're going to support you. And I say also find out what's in it for them. We don't ask that question enough. What's in it for you as an agency? What do you get from this? Why would you support me? So just kind of know exactly and just understand how does that impact um, how they provide services for you too. Okay, so that's what I was saying about that. I'm not necessarily saying not to go to school. I think you just need to figure out what's you want to explore your options, as you would say. And the content restriction. These kids are on here by their age. Interesting. Yeah, turn on audience control. That's what you can do when it comes to the age. Since I go on TikTok live on this page, I go live on the new page. You got to get live access on both pages. So you got to get live access on both pages. Michelle, you said I've seen them retract rights and dang people about the music. And yeah, that's what I was said before. Yeah. Okay. So she said I was okay. Hey, Didi, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. You guys are asking some great questions today. I appreciate all the questions. Thank you so much. Um, so let me just catch up a little. Um, Better safe than sorry. I paid. Okay, you paid for update. Okay, it's an street service. I'm assuming. So no, but I think she's checking out as a client. She's an agent. Yeah, she has an agency. Yeah, so she is the Coach Jesse is referring to Live Legion agency. It's an agency that is for TikTok Shop host, live host. So again, this is for TikTok Shop. So she's not part of the Creator Network program. So when you go live, you go to the Creator Network program that is live host. She's part of the live host programs supporting TikTok Shop. I think it's called Accelerate program. Something else is different. Somewhere here. So for that, and she obviously is helping you when you think about your live host strategy for selling products on TikTok Shop. And so that's what she supports. I think obviously the content creation too, but I think a lot of it is just going live and being able to sell your product live and understand how do you actually successfully sell. Because it's a strategy. It's not something where you just get on and say, hey, here's the product, here's all the things. You got to be careful about how you describe product. You got to be careful about what you know when it comes to the features and benefits and being able to talk about it in a way that does not create a violation for what you're saying. You want to be overselling, for lack of a better word, or over claiming the features, benefits of that product. So you want to be very intentional about how you do that, and obviously you want to get sales. So there's a balance to that, and so she helps you with that. I'll bring her in. She has a one pager she sent me, so I'm gonna go back and look at it and just know a little bit more about her agency as well as she'll be here Saturday at 4 p.m. She'll come to my 4 o'clock and talk about that. So if you're really interested in TikTok Shop, I need to post about that. If you're really interested in TikTok Shop um, and wanting to know all the different things about, you know, making money through the shop, I think that's the goal. She would be a great person to at least learn from and see if that's an agency you want to go with. I don't mind promoting her. I think she's good people, and she she's kind of pivoted in this direction. I applaud her for doing that. So I think it'll be good for you guys to learn from her. Um, every agency, like I said, every agency is a benefit for them. So ask questions. But hear me say that. Ask questions to understand what it is because it's a business. That's essentially what it is. So when you think about her giving her services, there's something you need to think about on the back end. I think I have to go back and read the response because I asked that question and I don't want to say it incorrectly, but I think there is a percentage that she gets in terms of commissions. So just keep that in mind. I think there is a percentage that she's going to get. I don't know what that percentage is, so I'm gonna go back and read the response so I don't misquote. Okay. I have no idea what to do with them. What does that mean? Um, uh, grab test cube. Yeah. No worries. Thanks for helping us ask the useful questions. That's it. You guys gotta just make sure you always ask the questions. That's all I say. I present the information to you. You guys make sure you ask the questions so that you get the most out of the experience. Now, somebody like um, her name is Jessica too. So somebody, the Live Legion, who's helping you with TikTok shop and selling. Obviously, to me, the goal is that they coaching and training and support in a way that will make you successful. And so, if you are not successful, then you don't get paid. But if you are successful, then they maybe do get a commission of some sort. So that's the way I would see it. So if you're not making money, then they should make money. So you just got to think about it that way. But I don't know how their setup is. So just kind of keep that in mind. The goal is that you're successful. I mean, if you're starting to make money and you're doing well, then you want somebody who's going to train and support your strategy. Yeah. We had there's some stories. Oh, you lost me. Content disclosure. Sorry. Audible. Are you with me? Hopefully you're with me. When you before you before you hit the second go live, that second screen when you put the tag your live, some of your features, there's a settings button. Click that, scroll down, content disclosure. I actually posted the video, so I think there's like 3 videos. If you go 3 or 4 videos back on my page, is I actually walk you through the content disclosure process. I think it's the video of me in my little yellow sweater. I think that's the content disclosure one. So if you miss what I'm talking about, just go to that video. I have content about it. But in your live, you can turn it on also. If you click the more button, if you click that, it will take you to the content disclosures. Click that, and scroll down. Or no, I think you just click it and scroll down. Yep, just click it and scroll down. Yep, more. So under more. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate your friend. She has to run. I just applied to the league. Oh, did you? How cute you? Oh, yeah, okay. How cute you are. You're Russian, miss. Just wait for her to come and give her a spiel. That's what's like come Saturday, so you can hear what it's all about. But did you talk to her first? Did you connect? Let me know if you connected. But but yeah, I would say yeah, the Q&A might help you understand a little bit more what she offers. But like I said, she's good people. I think she's good. Um, I'm very much focused on do your research though, because I don't know who else is out there as TikTok shop agencies either. So I will say that I don't know others. I know her, but I don't know others. But I think she's good. She's good people. I switched to live selling with a course from TikTok products 7 hours in and still only 1 to use. You switched to live, Kelly. What does that mean? Live switch to live selling with a course from TikTok products. 7 hours is still on years. Let me know. I'm not sure what you're saying, friend. Um, I've been cleaning up my feel inspired. Look at that, friend. I appreciate you just sending your first gift. Awesome. I've been cleaning up my followers and following. Um, status regularly. Oh, that's good. That's good. Awesome. You guys are asking a lot of questions. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the engagement that's happening. Make sure you're engaging with each other. Make sure people have bios. I appreciate you. Let's see. Too far. Uh, TikTok should, I guess. Questions. How are people opening a new page without all of the subscribers? Okay, so Miss Baskin, follow me real quick, friend. When you open up a new tab or TikTok shop, okay. So what um, Coach Jesse curated by HoloQ, what they did was they wrote their profile for the page that they're currently on, where their photo is. Above their photo is the nickname. If you click your nickname, it'll give you a drop down to add a new account. They added a new account and they're building that page to get more followers. YouTube, they use the word subscribers. Here we use the word on TikTok, we use the word followers. So they're building up that page to get followers. And they're going to use that page to be their TikTok shop page. That's what they're going to do. So their current page is going to be the current topic, content, niche that they're doing already. The other page will focus on TikTok. So they're essentially starting over. That's the way I understood it. Now, they may not be starting over. Maybe they're going to use the current page as the TikTok shop page because they already got approved, and maybe they'll switch their content to the new page, the content that they're doing. So either way, you could do it. Um, I don't think Halleck is going to do that. She has a lot of followers. Let me say subscribers. But yes, so yes, I think that's what I understood. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Hello. I need content disclosure information. Okay, thank you. Okay, yes. So content disclosure here in settings. On the settings screen before you put your title on, there's a settings button. Or when you click more, scroll down content disclosure. I posted a video about that, Angela. So you can just go back and look at the post because I kind of walked you through. I did a whole little screen share type thing where you can see exactly what you need to click. Yeah. Um, Thank you so much. Hello, how you doing? Good morning, season to digital. I appreciate you, friend. How you doing, Nika? Thank you so much for being here. Tradescape. Congratulations, you're on the F. Thank you. I appreciate it. Your FY. How are you doing, friend? Sounds like you're trying to create a new TikTok to get on TikTok shop. Like she's trying yes, that's what's happening in my travel. That's pretty much what happens. Yeah, yeah. Congratulations. It's me, Jesse. Oh, that's your other page. Is it Inspired Expression? Is it really? Okay. That's your other page. Awesome. I go live trying to promote a course. I used to go live with TikTok products. Viewers wanted to. Okay, that's what you were saying. You go live trying to promote a course. You used to go live with TikTok products. Like you're saying the affiliate program and your views wanted to. Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate that. I just answer your questions. How you doing, God's girl? I see you, friend. Thank you so much. Inspired expressions. I appreciate your friend and being here. I love the thing. Um, yes, I was just trying to see, did I miss any questions? I was just going back up and let me know if I missed any questions. Um, I'm coming back down. I'm sorry, I'm here for TikTok. Yeah, that's it. How come you didn't acknowledge me? Digital Wealth Victory, I didn't see you comment, friend. Hello. How are you? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. I didn't see your comment though. That's what I said. I just said, did I miss anybody? Because TikTok will filter you. So I didn't see your comment. Good morning. How are you? You said mine too. I didn't see it, Jill. What else? What else? You said hello. So I see hello. How are you too? Go live 3 times a day. Do you really? You go live 3 times a day. What's your topic and time zone? Let us know what you're doing, friend. Wondering why my lives aren't getting on it for me after 70 plus hours. Let's talk through that, Kelly. Um, I have been here for almost 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. No, my FYP. Oh, how are you? Been here all how are you, friend? Let me know if you're going live. APT, how you doing, friend? Yeah, so, I'm sorry. I apologize, my friends. I apologize. Play good music to see what happens. There we go, friend. Alright. So let me say this. So this is a learn room. So we talk about going live, about learning how to engage, about all the things to make sure as a live host, you being a live host, how you doing, Happy? You being a live host, how you get engaged with your room. So, Kelly, you said you go live, you don't get a lot of engagement. I'm gonna tell you two tips that I started this live by seeing this. Part of it is making sure you have the right, okay? So try to build up the courage to go live. That's fine. You're the right rhythm. How you doing, Mr. Lee? Thank you so much. You gotta make sure you have the right people in the room. So what I teach and what I talk about quite a bit is branding. Branding is important. And if you brand yourself and understand who you're talking to, if you're talking to everybody, if you're talking to nobody, you got to be able to talk to people to know what are their pain points, challenges, struggles, things that's keeping them up at night, what's going on in terms of how they're engaging in the app, or you're offering a solution, or they want to understand some type of issue or problem. And so when you talk about digital marketing is broad, and sometimes people miss the opportunity to talk to their audience about their particular need. Okay? So we're gonna talk about that just really quick, and then I'm gonna pivot and talk about how you can get support. The chat be makes it difficult to answer questions, speak to everyone. I try to keep up with it. Character coach, yes, it was chatting today, but I appreciate you guys and all the engagement. Sterling said, "Doing laundry." I love it. This is the learn and earn room. Yes, it is, friend. Yes, it is. Yes, I get a lot of kids early. Turn on your audience control and turn on your content disclosure. Those are two things I would say always turn on. Because if your audience is not supposed to be 18 years and older, you're gonna turn it on. So it's a more mature crowd. And if you have a topic or something you're trying to discuss with a more mature audience, you gotta turn that on. Yeah. So definitely say turn it on as I turn it on daily now, and I just do that. Okay, perfect. And then turn on the content disclosure. So between those two, it should the under 18-year-old crowd. But I say turn it on all the time. I do it for my 10 o'clock, which is now, and for my 4 o'clock. I just cut it on, no matter what the topic is. Because I don't know what to say, especially with the other social media. Yeah. Content disclosure. Yeah. Audience control and content disclosure. If you're concerned about the age, audience control is important. I keep my eye on that and I just turn on content disclosure or audience control. There's a toggle for audience control and then content disclosure. Click that option. There's arrow. Click it and toggle on the disclosure um, option. You check the option for your brand. Okay, so that's what you're doing. So what is that? It's one of the live settings. I posted about this, like I said, it's probably like 3 or 4 posts ago. So if you go to my post, I think it's the one with the yellow sweater on. It probably says something about content disclosure in the title. But if you go to my post, you'll see it. I talk about it. I show it in the screen share where I share how to go ahead and cut it on. So, so my friends, this is important for joining because that is where you are, especially my friend Kelly. You said, I'm trying to figure out on 1 or 2 views, then I would say there's a couple things you need to change in your. First of all, you need to make sure you're searching for the right um, topic, so that shows up in your For You page. Somebody else earlier said, how do you get to the For You page? It is based on making sure you are searching for the topic for your live or your content or your brand or your niche, whatever you want to call it, and that it aligns with your topic that you're going to do for your live stream as well as for your content. and you are posting on your page on that topic as well, people need to see it. So you want to make sure there's brand and niche and topic alignments. I say all that stuff is alignment. So you want to make sure you're aligned in that way. So when I talk about content on my page, I'm talking about brands. I'm talking about TikTok live host, being a live host, and then choosing a platform and supporting you as a live host. And then I talk about making money online. So those are the three topics. Those are my content pillars for the most part. When you think about the three categories I talk under, and usually I'm inspiring you, I'm educating you, or I'm entertaining you. Those are the three things I try to do in my content. So you want to make sure that you think about your content. And then when you come live, you're thinking about who's your audience for your content, who's your audience for your live. Okay? And so if you are being intentional about identifying who you're talking to, and knowing the talking points for that audience. Like I said, know the pain points, know the psychographics, how what they think, what they value, what they're interested in, you know their psychographics, and you know the demographics. Maybe they're retirees, maybe they're empty nesters, maybe they are stay-at-home moms, or whatever the case is, you know your demographic. I will tell you, in most cases, your demographic is a reflection of you. Okay. So if you are an empty nester or if you are a retiree and you're like, hey, I'm now into digital marketing. Here are the things I've learned about this business. Here's how you can easily get into this field. Here's what you need to know to get started on social media and start selling digital products. Make sure you know what the digital products are, what product you want to offer, or make sure you understand the platforms you're posting on, some of the do's and don'ts. That's how you come to alive or you go with your content and people can relate to your content and say, you know what, I'm a retiree. I'm interested in social media. I'm interested in this. I like the tips that you're giving. I like the way you're sharing this information. And so if you know who your audience is, who you're talking to, you can be a little bit more relatable, you know, and people will resonate with your message. And they will in turn support you because they feel as if, okay, you're talking to me. This is about me. This is how I've had to navigate this, or how I was looking for the solution, and you're offering that solution for me. So it's so important that you take that time to know who you're talking to, especially if you talk about your brand. Okay? Just check in, back to work. Go have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate you, friend. Yes, very true. That's it. That's it. Yeah, Coach Miss Jessica, exactly 100. So as you're doing this, it's about who you're talking to. So you got to spend some time there. A lot of people try to rush it, and a lot of people try to do it like other people. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. A lot of people try to do it like the people who sold the course to them. And the person who sold the course to you may or may not be somebody who you feel like you connect to, but you like that they offer that solution. So I'll tell you right now, the person I got QBC from, that's not a person I necessarily think we are the same. I just thought like, oh, when I was doing my research and looking at different courses and stuff, I like the way she described it. So maybe that's where we have a where I'm very how she described the course and in it and stuff. I was like, okay, okay, she's saying that resonates with me. And so I did like that. But we are totally on optics, totally different people, personalities, totally different. She was, I take that back. She was kind of a even keeled, kind of nice, calm way of interacting. So maybe that's something else I resonated with. But and I met her through content, not through live. Her content is amazing stuff. So I tell people your content is support too, but I went live because my interest. Yeah, get to know like just that's important too. You have to be yourself. I'm learning out here. Be yourself. Be yourself. And there's enough for all of us. There's enough for support, resources, audience, enough of everything for all of us. So we all don't feel like you're only um, venture. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, all I see is people who are doing what I'm doing," and you're doing that comparison. I tell you, comparison is the thief of all joy, and so you're comparing yourself to these other people, and because of that, then you're like, "Oh, well, they like them better than me." No, not necessarily. At the end of the day, you'll find your people. You'll find people who will connect and resonate with you. You say my content's still each and every morning. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But when you do that, you can't compare yourself because what's going to happen, let me say this too, because this is the reality of what you're doing. The algorithm, if you are searching for your topic and you are searching for your target audience in a very intentional way, the algorithm is only going to show you people who are doing what you're doing. That's just how it works. My TikTok looks entirely different from my daughter's TikTok. And from my son's TikTok is something else. I'm like, I don't want your page. It's a lot of music and beats and all this other stuff. Is really interesting, but at the same time, it's not. But our pages are all different. I don't see what he sees, and I don't see what my daughter sees. My daughter likes the funny dance videos. She likes all that type of stuff, the fashion, the makeup beauty girls and stuff. So she does that stuff. But our pages are all different, and so recognizing that the algorithm will show you that, and you have to be the person that says, "Okay, that's awesome. Let me take this note. Let me take this bit of information from what they're doing. Oh gosh, let me engage with their content because that is spot on. That's what I want to do too." I'm looking at that particular post. I'm like, maybe I'll do something similar. Oh wow, I don't want to do what they're doing. Maybe I do a counter to that. It was somebody I met when I did a one-on-one, and she said, and if you're in the room, right, I'm not gonna say names, but she said, oh, the person she was watching was a big influencer, and whatever they were saying was something that she didn't agree. And I said, you don't. I said you could go into the comments and say, "Ooh, I would also add this to this piece." Not that you have to say, "Ooh, I don't agree with you." Sometimes they do stuff like that, and they want to create. That's a strategy with posting where they're doing this controversial topic, and they want to hear people kind of engage in a more debate way to say, "Okay, well, no, I don't agree with what you're saying." And I said, "That's not a bad thing." I said, "It's actually good because you can actually say, maybe you do a stitch if they allow you to stitch their video where he makes that comment, and you can do a stitch and say, okay, this is now based on that big influencer saying that this is what I would say for you to do, or do something else to kind of counter his perspective. But that's okay that you see that. Don't turn away from that because that's what you want. Because you can create content off it, or you can come here live, or you can engage in their content with all their followers and bring those people to your page. So draw attention to your page rather. So just be intentional about what you're doing. But I don't think it's a bad thing that you're seeing all the other people that are doing what you do. I see a lot of the creators that talk about going live and they talk about how to brand yourself, talk about making money online and all the things. I see all of them. I see. And I like it. He said, curated. I love that you start to do pages to honor different aspects of ourselves and different intentions. That's it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Be yourself because everyone else is busy. So we should be searching for our own topics. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes, you want to search for your topic that you're going to talk about. You want to make that part of your algorithm for your For You page to populate that information. Comparison is a game changer. Not a game. It is. It is. It's a lot of game. He said, how you doing, friend? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I posted a video compared to years ago. There we go. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. So, and I appreciate all the compliments. Thank you so much. I see you all. So let me just go back. Um, but yeah, as you're doing that, you want to make sure you're not comparing. So, but if you do feel like your algorithm, so people will say this, I don't want y'all to go anywhere. I'm not kicking y'all out of my room. I'm not pushing you away. At the same time, people say, "Oh, my algorithm is just about going live." Well, that's what you've been searching. That's what you've been looking at. That's what you've been engaging with. Those are the pages you've been paying attention to. So you're not getting your right audience or people to come to your page because they don't know you're doing what you're doing. You got to tell the algorithm that your is something that you want to see in your feed and that you want to engage with people who are looking for the time. So you got to spend some time. Get credit for the high engagement that happens in the live. That's important. The high engagement that happens on the For You page. That's important. That watch time, that engagement. TikTok is paying attention to that. Okay. So you want to make sure you're doing that work. You're coming here or coming to someone's live. So both places are key to your strategy and how you activate your life. People are present for your content. They're coming for your content. How you doing, Kiki? I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. And then you come into live, you connect with people. You do the way Miss Darlene is doing. She is connecting with people. She's saying yes. She said, I think another person says, hello, welcome. And so just know those are ways that you are engaging. That activates the room as well. All the connecting, all the comments, liking the live, sharing the live, all that matters. So I don't talk about that enough because I want you all to recognize your engagement matters here as much as it helps to boost your life. So when you are talking to your audience, when you're talking to your target audience, you want to make sure they understand how to fully engage. Okay. And so there's some more strategies that I don't talk about enough, especially because I know I can do it. It's the alchemist. Thank you so much, Brandon. You're doing real talk and Otis. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing love. I see you all. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for mercy and love. Appreciate your friend too. Thank you so much. And so as you're doing your live, you want to make sure you're fully paid. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. Um, so let's do this. I'm gonna pivot for a second, and I'll try to wrap up soon. I've been a little bit more mindful of my timing. So as you guys know, I'm doing my sub-only live today. This is going to be at 6:30 p.m. I am also doing my second battle. I posted about this in my story and I sent it out to my friends and followers that way. But I am doing my second battle today, today at 5 p.m. So come to my 4 p.m. live. My 4 p.m. live, we'll get through with people in and we'll connect. And at about 4:45, I usually try to make sure that we are battle ready. We're getting our battle plans in order. So I want to make sure we do that. Oh yes, how did? Oh, it didn't happen yet. It's going to happen today. It's going to happen today. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah, so it'll happen today at 5 o'clock. So if you go to the competitions, the matches, the battles, if you go to that, you try to arrive about 5 minutes in advance because again, you start strategizing and saying how you want to operate as a team because that's what we are. We're going to be a team. Thank you so much for the daily heartbeat, Pastor. How you doing? How you doing, Shelley? Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Um, that was your first gift. Awesome. I appreciate that. And so we'll do that. We'll do that at 5. Like I said, I said I was going to get it in once a month. So I did March. March 3rd was my first one. I waited all the way to the very last day of April, April 30th, to do this second one. So I'm going to do it. It should be fun. It should be fun. It was the first one was really fun. It's a 5 minute of a adrenaline rush. You know, you're yelling, you're hyper. You guys see me in a way that I'm not intimidated. So it's a fun experience. And then we'll talk about the strategy. We'll see what turns out. I think it's a fun thing. So I don't like it because at the end of the day, people come to the TikTok streets for different reasons. They're coming either to get education, they come for entertainment. They do come for entertainment. It's people who are here for the fun and games of it. And then they come for inspiration. And so it depends on what you're offering, what you're providing to your community. And you could do all three. How you doing, Soul Tie? See your friend. Chat later. Thank you so much, Mr. Darlene. I appreciate you. It depends on what you're offering your community. You could do all three. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're doing something. And I go back to gotta spend some time knowing who you are talking to. I have to finish my chores before I go live. All right, look at you. Tell me I gotta go finish my chores before I go live. Miss Darlene was somebody I have. How long have you been going live? Left already, but I believe she's been going live for about a good solid month. She started coming live. It's early February. She got live access super early because she had that blue box. So I tell you, that's the trick, blue box. She had the blue box, and then she, I go live 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Look at you, friend. And you talk about Minnesota. So she does like a around town type um, live experience for you. Doing faceless. And I think she should turn it into herself. So she's like, and so, yes, since March 13th, okay, look at you. It's been almost 6 weeks, 8, 7 weeks. Awesome, friend. I appreciate you sharing. It was a journey for her. I mean, and so if you are not going live, I will say this, chat later. Appreciate you, friend. I got to stop by and visit. Um, if you are not going live, I'm going to say right now, uh, you need to read. It's not for everybody. I'm gonna say that right now. It's not for everybody. But I'm gonna say whatever's holding you back from doing something that you've never done before, right? Um, you need to think about, do you need a mindset shift? Is there things that are saying that you're nervous, you're scared, you're shy, or you're leading with fear? Okay. And I don't want you to think about fear, and I want you to understand what that fear is doing. Why is that fear there? What's motivating you to say that fear? Why is that? Why are you letting that fear lead you in a way to say I can't do this? And I'll tell you this: are you fearful of people not showing up? Are you fearful of people not liking you, you know, and engaging with you? You know? And so all that is holding you back from something that's probably something you're supposed to be doing to help other people as well as help yourself. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I don't want you to sit here and just continue to think about, okay, I'm gonna go live, I'm gonna go live, or should I go live, should I not? I think you should take that the steps. Yes, here I am. So here's fine. You, there's nothing to be insecure about. At the end of the day, I teach you what to talk about, how to find out what to talk about, what your topic that is, and then I teach about how to make sure you understand the app in general. Now you can continue to visit other live hosts. How you doing? Appreciate you being here. Sassy friend, I see you coming in. Thank you so much. You can talk to other live hosts or go to other live rooms that will give you a little bit more tips and strategies on, like, the fun and games of it, I guess, for back better word. We've had people come in here and I love it. They'll talk about the popular vote thing that you do because it's part of that whole rising your ranking and your lead. So there's some strategies in play that way. Obviously, there's some strategy when it comes to um, monetization, things you want to do to make sure your room is activated and stuff. So I give you those tips. But at the end of the day, what I want you to do is feel confident in your topic, in your brand. I want you to also know how to find your audience. And then when you think about this app, you need to know how to talk about the keywords. Okay, so use those keywords because that will help to get what you're saying, and the words you type for your title will help you to get people in your room. Okay, because TikTok uses what you're saying too. Yes, it's what you're saying too. But that's the key. Those are the key. So really quickly, a couple things I traditionally do is talk about making sure you have a blue box. So if you're new in my room and you don't know what I'm talking about with the blue box, I want to say this because I don't want you to leave here and it's like, oh, she never talked about the blue box. I didn't know anything about it. So if you are new or curious about the blue box, type in the word blue box. I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of what it is. And if there's nobody in the room, I usually get people who come back so much and they understand it. So it's never a conversation about talking about it. But if you are curious, just put in the word blue box and I'll share. Jill, thank you. You're welcome, friend. You are so welcome. Blue box. How you doing? PCM, appreciate you. PCM, there's a couple things I'm going to tell you to do with your profile. Um, well, one thing in particular, maybe I should just say one thing. You still have the USER with all the numbers. You want to make sure that you um, create a unique username. So that name is unique to you. And it's the USER with all the numbers that TikTok gave you when they first started your account. You're supposed to create a unique username because when they take your account away, they end up taking you back to that US with all the numbers, USER with all the numbers. And so that's part of the banned accounts. And then people may think you look like a bot because you didn't optimize your profile. So go ahead and take a minute to use, click your profile, edit profile, and add a unique username. That's what I tell you to do as homework. So you have some homework. Um, are you discussing since we? No, I don't happen. We're on different time zones, Coach Michelle. We're on two different time zones. You're on Central, I'm on Eastern. It should conflict. Nope, I'm not rescheduling. I still got you. You're on my calendar, friend. We will still be meeting. Yes, Annie, you have to put a body in also. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, good stuff. We'll do awesome. Um, I'm new to TikTok. No, you're fine, sir. That's why I'm for the newbies. I'm for the newbies. That's what I do. I support the newbies. I want to make sure my new people are understanding. That's why you see me spend so much time in the comments. I want to make sure I support you because Annie, yes, I'm gonna give you homework because you need to optimize your profile because you need a bio. That's so my friend PCM, the username gone. You need words for your bio. So it says no bio. So you want to put some words there, friend. So that's how TikTok categorizes you to know what type of content you're producing and how that content you usually want to have keywords linked to your top content. And they'll push it out to people who are looking for that. Yep. So that's why you want to have that. Yes, you're learning so much. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. So when it comes to the blue box, people who wrote the word blue box, go to your comment real quick. I just want to show you something. So my people, I'm gonna do this a little backwards because usually I give you all the information and context first, but I'm gonna do it backwards because I don't want you to lose your comment. So where you wrote your comment, you can see your photo. Oh, you said at the times of it. You can see your photo. Click your photo, your image. Then it pops up your mini profile. Once you look at your mini profile, then click your level. It says LV0, LV12, LV4, LV1, whatever it is. Click your photo and then click your level. Okay. And so in your level, another screen will pop up. Okay. The other screen that pops up is going to show you how many points you collected. And there's a forward slash symbol. It tells you the total amount of points you need for that next level. And then it tells you underneath there, those experience points, those are your engagement points when you come to live. It tells you how many points is essentially the difference of what you got and what you need. Those are the points that you want to pay attention to because those are the points you're trying to collect as you come into a live. You collect points by doing different things in a live. The human homesteader, let me know if you got what I said. I saw we said blue box. You're gonna click your photo where you put that comment, click your level. Your level is level 0. And then underneath that, you're going to then click your level 0, and then it tells you how many points you collected, forward slash symbol, how many you need, um, how many you need for the next level, and then underneath that is the difference. I've been on TikTok for a while, over a month now, and so I'm still as well. How you doing, Fred? You've been engaged in the level 18. You out here doing it. You're in the right room. If you, like I said, I answer questions. I try to answer questions. I want to make sure you guys get as much support as possible. Dr. Peg, how you doing, friend? As much support as possible. I want you to feel like you can come here because you'll go to other rooms and the chat is chatting. People are engaging, which is great, which is absolutely great. But as a new person, you're like, okay, I need answers. And the stuff they're saying and spewing out sounds like another language. And so you just got to make sure you're able to get answers. So that's what I try to make my room. I'm a beginner live room. And then I make sure if you're thinking about this, because this is my level up conversation, my newbies, my 4. My 4 p.m. Eastern is 4. My people are nervous, afraid, and scared. So I spend a little bit more time there in that space just to kind of make sure I'm more mindset about going live and just answering some of the more tactical things about going live. This is the level up because I like to say this is monetizing your expertise because it puts you down. Similar to when Kelly was in here earlier asking questions about engagement. She wants to sell her product. She's trying to make sure people are in the room. Then I say, okay, well, there's a different strategy. I want you to be able to brand yourself to your target audience. And then I give tips. I also talk about ChatGPT as an AI. I give you tips on how you can obviously find out who your target audience is, identify how to find your niche or topics and the keywords, but then also how to go live and talk to them intentionally through a live stream outline as well. So there's some other things I can give you. I had no idea how to do any on TikTok. I just watched Rosalind. I love that. Rosalind, you can get homework too. You need words in your bio and on your profile where your face is. Underneath there is an edit profile. That's how you put words in your bio. You want to put the words in there. Um, I don't, because I didn't show you chats, I usually chat GPT this. I usually give you a prompt to create your bio. So when I talk about it in my book, I'll probably talk about it extensively. But I want you to also use that as a way to come up with words that are relevant to your brand and will resonate with your target audience. So all of it goes hand in hand. Yes, I was so confused, so happy to find you. Thank you so much, Keisha. I appreciate you, friend. I tried to go live yesterday and I'm using a screen reader and can't figure out how to engage with um, the audience. If you swipe your screen to the right, the words are larger, but you're seeing a screen reader as an audio. You're saying, let me know which one you remember the screen reader. It's an audio. Can you swipe your screen? Okay, I changed it on my profile and changed my username. Was that correct? It was. It was. You kind of was. Yes, it did. You did it. Awesome. I'm gonna clap for that. You did it. You absolutely did it. So you changed both words actually. So it's text to speech. So it translates the text into a voice. I can read it. If you don't, if you're blind. Okay, awesome. I love that. Somebody else asked, was that a feature in the app or is that a separate type of feature? Somebody else came to my live and asked that the other day, and I wasn't sure if there was an audio version in the app for you to use. Let me know more about that. My friend PCM 3200. You change your nickname too. So your nickname is up to you if you want to keep it as PCM 3200, but your nickname can be unique. So when it shows up in the live, I was not trying to change my username. You were trying to change your username. Your username is the name that's below because you have user for all the numbers. And when you look at your profile, you know there's the name above and there's the name below. You change both names. You needed to just change the bottom one and the upper one. I'm just gonna say, friend, could have changed the upper one to something different so that when it comes in, that's your nickname. So when you come to live, it will have your unique nickname. So your distinctive nickname. Now you don't have any great teaching. You're pretty usual. Appreciate it, Kiki. So now you have to talk about branding. So when it comes to branding, your nickname, the name above, you typically want that nickname to be something that's going to resonate with your target audience. So if the thinking is that you're going to go live, you want to have a name that people are going to look at and say, okay, I know what she's talking about. So Dr. Lisa, launch your income. You know I'm going to be talking about something about launching your income, something to do with money, something to do with wealth building, something to help you grow and build. And so that's what that name denotes. And then my PhD, I have a PhD, I have an MD. I have a level of expertise, professionalism, because I'm using my DR name, so Dr. Lisa. So you know that. So the name should feel like, okay, this is somebody I want to listen to. This person has an authority in terms of what they know. There's a knowledge base there. So you pick a name that will resonate with your audience, but you need to know your audience. And so my audience, I know you all because I know me. If I'm going to stop and listen to somebody, I want to feel like, okay, I'm going to learn from this person. This is the person I want to listen to. Um, I'll also know me because I was the shy person. I was the nervous person. I started off with a faceless account, so I did not want to show my face. My photo was very much not my picture. Um, I was introverted. And I mean, I seem introverted, but I am introverted. And so I get my audience because my audience is a reflection of me. I'm the person who's curious about being on this app and how to make money. So that's something I'm here for. And just like many of you, you're like, okay, I want to do this. I want to make some money. I want to learn how to do this successfully. All that. And so what I did was learn about digital marketing. I already know enough about branding yourself, but I got something else, a course that actually helped me a little bit more with branding when it comes to social media, digital marketing as a business model. So that's what ended up happening. And so recognizing that if you are looking at branding yourself, it starts with your profile. It does. It starts with your content. And then that brand should resonate when you go live and people see your names, people see your profile bio, your bio information too. Then they go to your content, they see what you're talking about is also woven into your content. Okay. How you doing, Bloom? I see you. You said which is follow you. You friend. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. This week is going really fast. And I'm doing a great day. Thank you so much, Fran. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. PCF, thank you so much. I see the follow. Thank you for following. Someone said having a contract at the start of your name is causing TikTok to suppress me. Interesting. I haven't heard that. I don't know why I would say that. I would say, are you searching? Well, let me say this, not suppression. Let me say this. Okay, let's talk this through. Let's talk this through. Just from an algorithm perspective. When you think about coach, you think about if your content isn't talking about sports, then maybe TikTok is like, oh, what's going on? Like this person is not talking because they categorize you. So this person is not engaging in a athletic sports conversation. This person is not a true what we consider what a coach is. And so if you don't have anything that speaks to relationship coach or something else, mindset coach or something else that would kind of disrupt what you think of as a traditional coach, that could be it. I can make that. I can make that correlation if that's the case. Um, so that could be possibly where that comment is going. We're happy to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Everybody's coaching. That's true. Yeah, I use my business name, which is SEO friendly. Yeah. Are you able to do that? You, you you have a business account? I'm assuming you have a business account. You want to make sure your content aligns with that in your bio and all the things are speaking to that. Yes. Maybe. Outcomes. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. How you doing, cousins? I appreciate you. I am a reflection of you. You're speaking my language. Thank you so much. Yes, so that's it. That's it. I do. Okay. Okay. So my brain is about accessibility, and I chose um, BMEYE as a part for my accessible one. Let's see that. Um, okay. Is that it? Am that's what I'm trying. My 5-year-old, when we talk, that's my husband's running joke, and I will say maybe because he says that when he talks to us. When we ask him a question and he's not sure, he goes, maybe. It's just weird. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe. But with that being said, I paused. Here's the deal. The reason why I paused because if you guys, let me say this. Let me say this. This is the reality of this conversation. If it's taken me a minute to your name, understand your name and your bio, and make the correlation to what you're trying to do. It's from your name and your bio. Is it going to take your audience a minute to make that correlation as well? Are they going to be able to resonate when they read your bio, when they see your name, when they see your content? Are they going to be able to make the connection? Just think about that for a second. And if that is the case, and if it's a couple different steps you got to go through that correlation, then that's how your audience is going to also experience it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's why I said maybe. So again, if it takes you a long time, that's like marketing 101 when it comes to people need to know pretty quickly what you're doing, what you're selling, what you're operating, what is your purpose, what are you doing? They need to know it quickly because you only have a few seconds to get it. And so if they don't get you and they don't get what you're doing, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be challenging for them. I need to ask Coach Jessie if she was able to use her business name. My apologies. Okay, gotcha. So, yeah. So much. He said, I really need to hear this about so much in the brand. I know, Fran, but you can rebrand. You can. I'm stuck on brand. Yeah, you can rebrand. Rebrand. But I get it. I mean, I was that person too, and I changed my little logo a couple times. Yeah, but if it takes a while for your audience to get you, or for you to explain it, it's gonna take a minute for them to get it. So just just think about that. Rethink that. That's all I would say. And I know some things, some things take a little bit more effort, and maybe that's part of your strategy. You want to explain and talk to them about it. But if your audience is trying to figure you out and what you do and who you are and all the details, you have to kind of go into this long explanation. It's going to be interesting in terms of how you are able to truly, how they're able to truly resonate with you. Okay. Okay, my business is under include easy. Inclusive, inclusive, like inclusion. Is that what it is? Inclusive. I love that. It's cute. Yeah, like you said, you're full of like this nice little puns that you put on. Include easy. Oh, yes. Because you're still trying to make inclusion person. Is that kind of the connection there? Where you're trying to make sure things are accessible and inclusive. Ah, yeah. Use ChatGPT to come up with a branding strategy. It can even create items in Canva for you. Yeah. I did in my 4 o'clock. I didn't do it here. In my 4 o'clock, I usually, oh, I'm afraid, yes. In my 4 o'clock, I use chat quite a bit. I have a couple different prompts that we use. I actually have a series of, I think ultimately it ends up being 4 prompts. Sometimes I make one kind of included in one of them. I put it in there as a separate prompt. Sometimes I make it separate, sometimes I include it. But with that being said, it's 4 prompts that I use for chat. And you guys know, some of the ones who know what I'm talking about. I start off with brainstorming your niche and your topics for your target audience, um, recognizing who your target audience is, graphics, the target audience, and the keywords that you would say for your live stream, the solo stream. So I start there as a way to set the tone, and I ask chat to give me 5 examples. Okay. And with those 5 examples or in that prompt, I always end it. You guys know I do this where I end it with you sharing all your different characteristics. So, for example, if you're talking about, you know, helping people with digital products or helping people understand how to be more accessible practices and stuff, all the different characteristics that make up who you are you a mom, a wife, a retiree, a stay-at-home mom, or you work in some type of professional capacity, whatever that is, put that in that prompt, that first initial prompt, and then it will give you different 5 topics to use. And in those topics, it shows you what's your target audience, who is your target audience, their demographics, their psychographics, and their pain points. It tells you the keywords, and then it also gives you a title. So when you are doing that prompt, that sets the tone for the next couple of prompts. But it also tells you very clearly who you're talking to. And if you're intentional about your live stream, you are going to say some of those words to call out those people because you're going to call out the demographics of your crowd. Hey, I know you're retired. I know you're a stay at home mom. I know you're someone who's dealt with accessibility things. And so just recognizing you're calling out the people you want to talk to, that target audience. And then it gives you an ideal customer persona. It exactly. That's your target audience. So you're gonna call that out. Can you repeat it again? Anyways, like I said, I just started listening. How you doing, Heidi? And you go get homework now because you have no bio, but I appreciate you being here, friend. But yeah, I want you to be intentional about who you're talking to. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm just gonna give the first prompt because I don't want to go too long. I also I like to pivot and show my stand store, how to get more access to me. I talk about my bundle. I talk about my one-on-one support to you. I want you to be intentional. If you look in my subscription where it says services, you can see that I now do profile reviews. So that's something I offer. I'm doing my sub only for a subscription. My sub only live is today. I also do um, live audits too. So that's what Coach Miss Jessie was talking about. She was like, "You gonna change my time?" I'm not changing your time, friend, because I'm doing a live audit for her, and then we'll do a profile review too, Coach Miss Jessie, because you got the deluxe package. Um, let's do this. Let's see. Thank you. Grateful for you. Engaging. You're wonderful at providing information simply. You're welcome, friend. Like I said, I'm a gatekeeper. I want to make sure we're all successful. Um, Heidi, I'm gonna repeat for you good. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a prompt. Maybe I'm not gonna give you a prompt. Hold on. I'm chat. I thought I had it. All right. So let me go grab it real quick because I have it written. I've emailed it to a couple people. So let me do it that way. Um, you can give me homework. I didn't give you homework on this page. I didn't see it. Oh yeah, you have homework. Now you know though. You know what your homework is. You knew what your homework was before that. You definitely have homework. This page is brand new, friend. Okay, let's see. I don't let's go. I don't get the chat restart my prompt. I don't log in on purpose on chat because it's for here. It's for the live stream. So it's not my actual page. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip my camera. You guys are gonna see me doing it in real time. Um, and so I'm on chat. This is Chat GPT. You can see it up there. Okay. I'm going to put in here, see if it'll copy over. Yes. So this is the prompt that I sent to one of my people who's part of my IG group. She wanted it. So let me explain it real quick. It says, help me brainstorm 5 examples of niche ideas and a list of topics for my live stream. Again, we're in a live stream, and include keywords to attract my target audience, and include a list of pain points, demographics, and psychographics of my target audience based on me being. And here you're going to add all your personal characteristics. That's essentially what you're adding. Okay. My friend Lynn says, am I supposed to keep my following as opposed to my numbers following? I heard that. Oh, the lazy homesteader. Um, You put following twice. You meant followers for the second one. Am I supposed to keep my following numbers close to my numbers of followers? I heard that. So yeah, your thank you for reading that out loud. That was very kind of you. You're welcome, Oh, yes. Um, so yes, so that is that is essentially the prompt, recognizing that the part that's in blue is all the things that you would put for yourself. So I'm going to play this out for you really quickly because I'm going to write the part that's blue. Let's see. I'm going to write me being a mom. I'm going to say of 4 kids with, I usually do this prompt, just 3 in college, which is true. I'm a mom. I'm a bonus mom of 2 and with 2 biological and 1 in preschool. I'm gonna say life. I'm gonna say I love to cook. I'm gonna say I love to work out on my Peloton and walk outside. And I say cook. I'll say cook healthy food. I like seeing it. And the last one, I say I'm not a financial planner, and, but I like putting a financial planner because that gives it a little bit more of a finance spin to the topic, the prompt. But okay, so if I hit, oh, okay, so if I hit, this is fair. Thank you so much for the information. I appreciate it. How long did your lives be? Oh, that's a different question, friend. Oh yes. Homesteader, I'm going to answer your question too. Though. I didn't finish your question. The lazy homesteader. So I'm going to answer your question in a second. Let me finish this prompt, and then Laura, let me finish. Let me finish this prompt for you all real quick, and then I will answer both your questions. Okay. Okay. So again, this part here that I just wrote in here was very brief. So I just wanted to have something in there. The mom of 4 kids, 3 in college, 1 preschool, wife, love to work at my Peloton, walk outside, cook healthy foods, and I'm a financial planner. So all that is very much, oh, I gotta charge my phone. That is very much about general stuff about me. Now, what I tell people is maybe you want to be a little bit more specific so you can have much more to share, and chat will get to chatting and give you a lot more examples to use. Okay. So it'll be a little bit more tailored to who you are and what you're all about. Also, it could be a little overwhelming. You might like 2, 3 different options it comes back with. And you can actually say, hey, I want you to take parts of option 5 with option 2, or whatever the case may be. And they can make it like a nice blended approach to it. I was somewhat general because I just wanted some stuff in here, but I could have talked about being a divorcee. I could have talked about being a mom of my 2 step boys. Obviously, I have a daughter in college, and I have the preschool son that's my husband and my child. So just recognizing there's some other stuff I could have put in here. I could have put my academic background and experiences, work experiences. So again, as much as you want to put in here is fine. Sometimes you might have to scale it back a little bit because chat will get to chatting, or you might want to tailor it um, uh, um, to a specific area of your life. Okay, especially if you're a business account, maybe you tailor it to your business. So I'm going to get up. Let's see what happens. So check this to chatting. Okay, check this to chatting, and it starts off with target audience profile. It gives you the demographics, talks about the women, talks about the psychographic, what they values. They value family, health, stability, personal growth, all these different things. Your pain point is what you really need on. Let's see, my sticker might be in the way. Thank you so much, digital. That pain point is that they're juggling time between kids, work, and self care. They're financially stressed about college, retirement, and childcare. And then they're looking at practical real life systems and routines. They want to figure out what that is, And so when you come into your live, you're talking to them. You're pointing out their pain points. You're pointing out the things that they value and uphold. You're talking to them based on who they are as moms, as middle-aged women, as women who are professionals. You're talking to them in a very specific way, and your conversation is tailored to them. And so when you offer them a solution, because they're dealing with all this stuff, a solution may be, hey, here's my, my checklist. Here's my workbook. Here's my training and materials. Whatever your solution is, that's what you can offer because you know who your audience is and you're able to tailor your conversation to them. So then it tells you a niche. So live streaming ideas and content strategy. So then it tells you, okay, here's what you can do. Fit Financial Fridays, work out while we talk money. Okay. And so they give you some different things you can talk about. They give you some keywords. Sure, this is new. They put in little boxes like that. Good job. So the concept is a 20-minute Peloton friendly workout while answering financial questions live. How to budget for college and childcare without losing your mind. Where to start with investing with raising kids. Financial planning for sandwich generation parents. So again, I love that they said sandwich generation. I've heard that a few times, but and honestly, I am the sandwich generation. It's funny because I do have the preschooler with the college kids, but recognizing this is different ideas that Jack came up with, and you might say, okay, you know what? I really love number one. Now, I'm not going to do it here, but you could say, now write me a 30-minute outline for my live stream based on niche number one. Okay, so hi, Dr. Lisa, just joining in this. Is this ChatGPT? Yes, it is ChatGPT. Yep, so you can absolutely do that. Good morning, everyone. How you doing, Season? I appreciate you, friend. Yeah, so you could definitely do that. So you want to use that first prompt to kind of get a sense of who you are and who you're talking about. You know, so who are you and who's the audience you're talking to? Okay, so that's what that first prompt gave you. Thank you so much. Um, So let me know if there's any questions. I'm going to stop there because I usually, like I said, I spend a little bit more time on my 4 o'clock talking about this to my nervous people, my scared people, my people who don't know what to talk about, my people who are like, okay, should I be here? This is my first time joining you. I appreciate the information. Keep me up, can I learn more about gifting? Can you learn more? You want to learn? You said I need to learn about gifting. I need to learn about followers and following. Thank you. You're welcome. Why would you want the gifting? Why would I want the gifting badge? Okay, let me answer the other question real quick. The question about how long do you go live? So the strategy of going live, how long you go live is at least 25 minutes. I say do 30. So that's Dr. Lisa's recommendation to do 30 because you want to make sure you are maximizing the payout for going live. Okay? So that's part of it. Now, to answer your question, lazy homesteader, was actually so I didn't get a chance to do my whole spiel because I just came on and started talking. But here's what happens when you come into a live, and I tell people this all the time, and it's what you want to educate your viewers on too. When you come into a live, I jokingly say you just entered a relationship. You did. And this is a three-way relationship. So you're in a threesome. Okay, that's my little joke. But at the end of the day, it does matter in terms of how TikTok is part of this relationship, how the system and this live platform operates, as well as how the live host engages the audience, and then how viewers engage. This will not be successful live if not all three parties are working together. We're a partnership. We're in a relationship. We go together, for lack of a better word. So recognize that everybody has a role to play. So why do you want to be a title gifter? Is that what it is? I think that was your question. Why do you want the gifting badges? So when TikTok gives you points are incentives. So you get recognition in a couple different ways. You'll get points for the daily heartbeat. You get 45 points for that. You instantly follow live posts. You show up as a team member. You're able to give high level gifts. You're going to grow in your time here in the live, as well as you're going to be able to get recognition from other people. So people see you coming in, they're going to want to follow you and connect. So a lot of it is part of the visibility of who you are, and you get additional points. So those points are how TikTok tracks your engagement through the orange box and the blue box. And so if you are a high engager, TikTok gives you more recognition when you can come flying in the room. TikTok will give you live access early. So most people will come in my live and say, oh, I need live access to 1,000 followers. I need followers. No, you don't. You need a blue box. So TikTok sees you as a high engager. They'll give you live access. I've seen people get under 100 followers. I think the record right now is 57 followers. That was a personal account. If you have a business account, you get it sooner. I heard someone say they got it at 30. I thought it might be 25, but you do get it sooner as a business account. And so TikTok gives you perks and benefits for being a high engager. Um, and so that's why you want the badge. It gives you a little bit more recognition. They try to gamify this. So they use badges, they use points, they have different gifts and incentives. TikTok gets a percentage of the gifts. So they want people to engage and engage fully because they get a percentage as well. Anywhere between 60 to 80%, depending on how long you've gone live, um, how much engagement you've done in terms of new followers. All that factors in. Thank you again, Heidi. You're welcome, friend. So that's why. So it's part of incentives. Good afternoon. How much does TikTok pay for going live for 30 minutes? TikTok does, okay. You get diamonds. You collect diamonds as a live post based on the engagement of your live, getting 5 new followers. This is probably the minimum you want. If you get under that, you get a lower percentage. Let me explain this differently. So the scale live rewards is what you want to look at. Scale reward has two different categories, two different pots of money, and in that is two metrics of what you want to pay attention to. So per live and weekly missions. Per live, each live you do, per live, you are going to pay attention to how long you go live, the duration, as well as how many new followers you get. So I tell people engagement plus gifts create your diamond. Okay. So if you want to get diamonds, you're collecting diamonds. Thank you so much, Phenomenal. You are collecting diamonds as a way to get monetized. Those are the rewards you're getting. So that's per live. And then the weekly missions are based on people coming back to your live, the daily heartbeat. Those are people who are on your team. Okay. As well as people are part of your team, as well as how many days you go live. So if you only go live once a week, you get a lower percentage than if you go twice a week or more. Okay. So per live, duration of your live, how many new followers you get, how many old followers come back, and then there's the rankings, how you move up in those rankings. So all that factors into your diamonds. Hey friend, how you doing? Level 18. I hope that made sense. But all that is what you want to pay attention to. It's a lot. And as new people, I talk about it. I try to put it in perspective. I want you to learn. I want you to come back and get more information, ask more questions as you're engaging more. But at the end of the day, just go live. Just go live. Will you switch to personal? You keep your live capacity? Yes. Yes. Bloom? Yes. Absolutely. Thank you for that information, as newbies. I got you, friend. Do you have a live checklist to follow? Yes, I do. It's in my stand store. It's in my stand store. Good afternoon. How much does TikTok pay for going live for 30 minutes? Yeah. So it depends on how many. So to answer your question, the short version of that depends on how many diamonds you collect. It's about your diamond collection. So based on how many diamonds you collect is how much money you get. And based on how many diamonds you collect is based on how much engagement you get in your live. And based on how much engagement you get in your live is based on how you educate your community, how you entertain them, and how you inspire them. And you get the right people in your life. So when I did that chat GPT, I said, okay, here's how you know who your audience is. And then if you know who your audience is, then you know how to brand yourself in a way that will resonate with your audience. And then you know how to say the keywords that matter to your audience so that when you come to your live, you are talking to them. So all that is what matters. And yes, I do have a checklist. I have a bundle. I offer support, coaching. I can meet with you. Um, I talk. I'm an affiliate for UBC, so I talk about UBC as well. So there's multiple ways. I made my first money on live, a whole 12 cent. Thank you so much. Beyond excited. Look at you. Karen, awesome. My very first live, I made a whole 7 cents. So I appreciate you. And the second live, I made a whole 3 cents. So it's definitely it's fun. It's a rewarding experience. You will grow, you will earn more money, you will see how things will start accumulating. I will tell you, you said that's great. It is. And I will tell you, it's if you're coming here consistently, it is passive income. And for some people it might even be made income in terms of how much they make per month as they think about the weekly amounts that you get, because TikTok pays you every Wednesday, as well as other ways that they have money that they're making, maybe through TikTok Shop or some of the other programs that TikTok has, the work with artists, those type of things. Um, it's decent money. Don't get me wrong, but you got to show up. It takes the consistency and engagement and commitment. Um, and broke 100 followers. Look at you. Look at you. You got live access early then. That's great. You did. Look at you. But you're level 15. That blue box. I told you. I don't want you all to say Dr. Lisa did not tell me I needed a blue box, because the blue box is where TikTok really sees your engagement. Now, I tell you, you got to have points on your account. So I tell you also, this is a TikTok economy. Okay. Do you know what the work with artists mean? It's a program in terms of what type of music you're adding to your content. There's different, if you click the work with artists button, if you have access to that, there's different campaigns they're running. And so you got to follow the rules to that campaign that you're trying to do. So it's different campaigns. And you attach music to your live to hopefully get enough viewers and engagement in your live, and not your live, I say live, I'm sorry, in your content. So you get enough viewers and engagement in your content to win that particular competition, that campaign. So that's what's happening. But TikTok is good. I told you I'm coaching on YouTube. YouTube is a long game. YouTube will pay you as well too. Thank you so much. Greetings from the Philippines. I appreciate you being here, friend. But yeah, it will pay you as well, but making sure that you gotta it's more of a marathon. I tell people when it comes to YouTube. TikTok, you can make money. If you are showing up consistently, you can do well. Okay. 50 boys got live, but was super active with coins and retrieving them thanks to you. Look at you. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to support you all in the journey. I want you to be successful. I want you to have as much information as possible. I want you to think very intentional about how you level up. I teach about how you create solutions for your audience, because if you know who they are and you're talking to them, you can have the right solutions. Your live does not have to be about going live. Your live can be very much about your specific topic, your niche. There's over 1 billion people on this app. So we all can find our community and build a community. Okay. So that's what I teach. Let me do this because I usually do pivot. I do have a 1 o'clock. I'm meeting with somebody who actually scheduled a one-on-one with me. So that's another way you can get support. Sometimes you're like, okay, you know what, Dr. Lisa, I'm doing my own thing. I don't need all the other stuff you have in your stand store, but I do want to talk to you to brainstorm, to get coaching, to get some business strategy support. So I do that. Actually, I do those meetings quite a bit because people are here and they're like, okay, you know what? I did this. I've been doing this for a few months now or a few years now, and I just need someone else to talk to make sure I'm thinking about this correctly. And so those one-on-ones is another way to get a hold of me. I will schedule one with you when your sub meeting is tonight. Yes, my subscriber meeting is tonight. How you doing, Carolyn? It is tonight at 6:30. So you can become a subscriber as well. That's another way to get a hold of me. Subscribers, I usually pin. I like to make sure we're top 10. So I do treat it as a ask me anything, and then I bring a monetization topic to the room. Somebody's asked, because I know a lot of you are going live and you now have subscriber access. So a lot of people have been asking about subs. So that's what I've been talking about lately. Thank you. You're welcome. Hello. Thank you for the daily check-in. You're welcome. So anybody, really quickly, if you are leaving the room, make sure you get your daily Heart Me points. There are you want to claim those points. So I tell people it's like a check-in, but it's also checking out. So you always want to check out, claim your daily Heart Me points. Okay. The other thing I say is if you got my bundle already and you are not in my Instagram group chat, because I have an Instagram group chat, I want you to let me know so I can add you to the group. I just had some people buy the last few days. I'm still waiting for them to send me the message because I don't know your Instagram name. So I want to make sure I send you the message and get you in the group chat. Points doesn't equal money, correct? No, points do not equal money. Points, think of points as an incentive, an engagement incentive. That's kind of what it is. It's helping you engage more. It's helping you think very intentionally about what you're doing here, how you're supporting the live room and the live host, but also how you are leveling up and getting more points through your blue box, as well as coming back for each live, and you're getting points that way too um, for this particular live room. How do you claim them? Um, maybe I should screen. Hold on. One second. How do you run up? Give me 1 second. I lost you. He said, how do you claim them? Like, imagine the screen is a clock. Where do I go? If you go at 12 noon, 12 noon, 12 noon, like 11:58, right before you get to 12 noon, like 11:58, 11:59. That's what you're going to play. It's the Heart Plus up top. Hi, everybody. Hey, Lamecca. How you doing, Alicia? It helps your diamond. Um, my diamond number as a live host. Yes, that's engagement in a room. That's gifting. Daily Heart Me is part of that. Remember, I said the Scale Live Rewards is based on people clicking the Daily Heart Me, which is the Heart Plus, as well as new followers as part of the Per Live as well. Um, when it comes to any gifts that happen, like I said, TikTok takes anywhere between 60 to 80%. So the live host gets anywhere between 20 to 40%. It just depends on how long you go live and what happens in your room, like new followers. I'm doing well, Mariaxa. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. I see you. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and think. Skip to my Lou. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for the information. You're welcome. I see you all. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna show you my stance. We're gonna walk through that, and then I'm gonna try to get out of here in like 15 minutes. So if I can do 2:45, that would be awesome, because I have a meeting to go to. I need to get ready for my meeting. So I do have a go to at 1 o'clock. It's a virtual meeting, and so if you click my photo once, it's going to take you a photo in the top left corner, the very top of the left corner. What's your advice on getting more followers? Advice on getting more followers. Engaging, engaging a lot, connecting with people. If you connect with them, you can follow up to 200 people before you get in trouble with TikTok. The person who said should you have more followers, are you still in the room? The lazy homesteader? I don't think I answered that question. Should you have more followers and following? What's the ratio there? I think that was the question. Um, yes, it's about how much money you got the strategy for leveling up. Yes, gifting. Oh yeah, it gets pretty steep when you get to those levels. Yeah, which is why I'm like you. I'm still at 18 because I have to engage more. I need to build in more time. That's my thing. I need to build in more time of engagement. So that's what happened there. I think I leveled up to 19 yesterday. So really quickly, followers versus following. Something to keep in mind. You want to There's a couple different strategies that people have out there. There are people who have very few, very few followers. Okay, I'm sorry, following the people you are following versus the people who are following you, and then friends are the people who are following you, and you are following them, and that makes you guys friends. But the very small numbers of following. The reason why they do that is that I talked about this way earlier, is that the strategy that they have is that you want to make sure your algorithm is very focused and narrow. People who are um, engaging in your topic. Okay. So as you are following people, these are people who are very much interested in the same topic that you are interested in. And so you're following them not to confuse the algorithm. Um, because you now say, okay, I want the algorithm to know what I want to see. And the content you want to see is that you watched, ideally, you saw their content, you engaged with their content, and you watched those people you're following, and you now said, okay, this is my. So your algorithm is very centered on that topic. So I use my example of crocheters because, yes, Michelle crochets, she's my moderator, but I like crocheting and just watching it in general. Um, Thank you so much, you all are here. I appreciate you. Um, so if you, Daquan, thank you so much for coming in. So if you are someone who's like, okay, I like crocheting, all I produce is crocheting content, and that's going to be my niche, my topic. I'm in the crafting niche, and my topic is going to be crochet. So there are people who are like very focused. They say, you know what, all I'm going to follow, be following people, all I'm going to follow are the crocheters. Because I'm telling TikTok, I'm interested in this topic. And so when I search on that home screen or search bar, I search crocheting. I see these top crocheters that are out there, and I'm going to click on their content, and I'm going to engage in the bottom up. I'm going to watch their content all the way through, and I'm going to hit follow because I'm going to only follow those type of content, that type of content, and those type of creators. And then I'm going to go to crocheting lives where the crocheting community love crocheting are in those chats. And I'm only going to follow and engage with people who are crocheting. So there are people who are very strict in that way. Now I'll tell you right now, I didn't do that. I'm not that strict. I I did not operate that way. But I understand the logic behind that when it comes to letting the algorithm know what you're interested in and being very focused and narrowed on that and being committed to that process too. So that's what I was saying. I think that's a long-winded answer to say, um, you could do it all. You could take that strategy if you want. It's so hard to see the people unless they are not that many. Oh, it's a lot. Oh, it's a whole lot. It's people in this room. Google search bar over 50. Just tap it in. You'll see. So, yeah, so true. Good idea. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a whole lot. 50 plus is here and thriving. Absolutely. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I really so you touch on the like. Let me know if you have any other questions. Like I said, I'm gonna show you guys my stand store. I'm gonna pivot. Let me know how I can support you. Well, I'm going to let you know how I can support you too. And then I'm gonna do this really quickly. So I need to make this like a quick conversation. I want to point this out so you know how to get resources. I want you to be intentional about your process. I want you to be very consistent, intentional and consistent. How you doing, TT? But it takes you to take the action. That's the thing about it. And that's my overthinking guide. That's free. So I'll show you that as well. But I want you to take the action, not to be afraid, not to be intimidated. You get used to it. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it, friend. So here's what I will tell you to do. If you click my profile picture in the top left corner, screen pops up, your mini profile, my mini profile will pop up. And then you can click my photo again, which is in the top left corner. And we're going to flip my camera. I'm going to take you to, I'm going to take you to my stand store. And you're going to see right here, my stand store. Okay. And so, and so it takes you to Launch Your Incomes, my stand store website. I usually give my UBC commercial. If you are interested in the Ultimate Branding course, it is what taught me a lot of what I know about digital marketing. So I do use it. It took me a while to decide on what course I wanted to really market and support and what wanted to get to teach me. Um, and like I say, your brand matters. It does. And so what I've noted is that a lot of the courses out there don't lean heavily on brand. And so people think like, oh, I can sell this course pretty easily. And it's not that simple. It's about how you are talking to your audience, how you are creating a brand that they're going to resonate with, and how you are creating a solution for them and having the right solution. So UBC is that solution for me. I'm an affiliate. And so if you purchase it, you will become an affiliate as well. It's 85% resell. But the person who sold me this course is before they changed affiliate. They just did that in the last 2 weeks. It was master resale rights at first. But the person who sold me this course, I've never heard from them. I don't know where she's at in these TikTok streets. Um, and so I don't want to be that person for people. So I'm very intentional about making sure that I'm able to support you and answer questions because you don't know what you don't know. So I have an Instagram group chat for UBC, as well as we're going to talk about, and I'm going to break the price down because this particular bundle is 57. So I'm going to break it down. Matter of fact, let me do it real quick now. I'll flip my camera. I usually offer a discount right in the live. So you guys can get the discounted rate. I'll keep the price up. So it's usually 127. I'll keep the price up until probably 2 o'clock. So you guys have access to it. I want you guys to get full price. So this is on sale now. So you guys can get the set price. And so again, we'll do this. If you click my photo once, the screen will pop up. If you click it twice, it'll do my mini profile. But if you should take you to the profile screen here. So we're gonna go to Steam again. And just so you guys know, I am doing my first battle. If you're coming in here and hearing me for the first time, I am doing my battle today at 5. So come there and support. I appreciate any support. Any people are running for the battle. I appreciate that. And my people who know battles come to support so you can help train. I am not a battler, so I appreciate it. Okay, so now the price is there. Okay, so discount price. So UBC in the bundle has oh yeah, yes, it's at 5. We'll see how this goes, friends. But yeah, it'll be at 5. And so UBC and launch and earn blueprint comes with me. I will support you in the journey. It's part of you say you'll be on a plane, but we'll try. I appreciate it, friend. It starts I think battles typically start promptly at 5. So if you're in the air by then, I totally understand. Um, if you want to grab the sneak peek of UBC, you can do that just so you know all that's in there. But essentially, it teaches you everything you need to know about this digital marketing space when it comes to affiliate deals, brand deals, membership, social media platforms. Like I said, Instagram, they're really big on Instagram, TikTok, TikTok Live, host strategy. There's a 2 hour and almost 20 minutes module on that. And then YouTube. Okay, so you learn how to create your courses. It's like 40 hours of content. So it's my go-to when I want to think about other things I need to get into. So YouTube, I'm watching that module heavily now, paying attention to some of the tips and strategies there. Yes, Michelle Crochets helps me as well, which is awesome. But I also have this resource I can go to. Okay. Thank you so much. Um, and okay, friends, thank you for being here, Alligator. These other two things, I'm going to talk about the bundle really quickly in a second. The other two things you want to be aware of is my checklist. Somebody asked, do I have a checklist? I do have a checklist. It's a 3-page checklist that will teach you about what you should be doing before you're live, during your live, after your live, and then ultimately how to facilitate and look at the engagement. We'll also look at the analytics. Okay. And then you also have a ChatGPT guide. So I gave you my very first prompt, my prompt that I would use to help brainstorm. You just got that. I came up with 6 additional uh, core prompts that you want to focus on. Okay. So I want you to focus on from the niche creation, as well as knowing your target audience, thinking about engaging scripts. So what would you say during your live? How do you engage your audience? But then also engaging questions for your audience. So that's all picked into this ChatGPT guide. But then my people were like, okay, Dr. Lisa, all that's great, but I want to meet with you to talk about my specific issue. I have this thing that I have going on. I want to talk to you and do a business strategy conversation or maybe brainstorming. So I offer a 2-for-1 where you get 2 meetings for the price of one. Essentially, the first meeting is 40 minutes over Zoom, and we'll do a follow up 40 minutes over Zoom. Okay. Good afternoon, Dr. Lisa. How you doing, Divine and Dana? I appreciate you, friend. How's everything going? And then you have the free product. This is from overthinking to action. I don't want you to overthink this thing. I don't want you to be nervous, scared, shy. I want you to be intentional about what you're trying to achieve. Okay. So, again, this is a mindset workbook as much of it is a goal setting. Goals to me is like, okay, um, making sure you are updating your bio, updating your profile. When you think about your content, make sure you're posting content. Then it says, okay, as you go live, why don't you unlock all the features? Go live 3 days and make sure you're getting full access. And then the long term plan is that you're going live daily. Okay. So that is where I want you to stop overthinking and be intentional with your strategy. Um, let me do this. Show you guys. This is the checklist for your live house. So again, I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. This is the checklist, and then it goes into engagement for your live, how to support that for your community, and then finally looking at the analytics afterwards. Okay, and then here's your ChatGPT guide. I want you to be intentional about. Oh Lord, look at you! I did not know you. That's right. Awesome. Now you have a blue box, friend. Look at you. Congratulations. With the one gift, you got a blue box. You did it. I love it. Okay, ChatGPT guide tells you about your niche, your audience, and then the script I talked about, as well as engaging other questions from the community. So, and it gives you tips on being consistent and being a top engager. Now, this is the workbook. I'll breeze through it really quickly. But essentially, what I tell people is like, come into this live, you're excited, you feel like you could do anything. How you doing, favorite? How's everything going, friend? And so you feel like you could do almost anything in the world. You're energized, you're eager, you're ready to go. I want you to feel this feeling now. I want you to keep that feeling because I want you to write affirmations. I want you to be intentional about visualizing yourself being successful. I want you to feel inspired. What is inspiration like for you? Like, how do you know what you're doing? So, again, this is where it gets a little tough because oftentimes we'll have that mindset in this live, then you leave and you get nervous and then you start overthinking and you're like, okay, I'm not going to go live. I can't do what she's doing. Comparisons the thief of all joy. You heard me say that. But I want you to be intentional about what you can do. And so this walks you through describing some of those thoughts, some of those feelings and emotions, and understanding what triggers and patterns cause them. And then when it comes to good, good, thank you, friend, thank you. Then when it comes to thinking intentionally about this work with having techniques for you to breathe, exercise, relaxation techniques, stretching techniques, mindful, um, essentially creating affirmations, creating common spaces. All this is jam packed in this work, so you'll be able to do that. It starts with these hobbies, though. And I leave these hobbies on here because a lot of people don't recognize TikTok is wonderful for certain hobbies. My gardeners, my people who are into books, my crafters, my jewelry makers, my crochet makers, my artists, all these things that people do. If you're a musician, when you play an instrument, you sing, dance, huge community for that. So you'll work through the exercise of creating your hobbies, and then I want you to also think about creating your boundaries. Okay, because you need a boundary placed around your time and your availability to go and stay committed. You need space for everyone. It is. It is. You need a boundary surrounding your physical space as well as your personal space, time, money, friends, family, all of it. And then you want to set some boundaries so that you can be successful. And create affirmations is in here, as well as common spaces. I want you to be intentional about that. And then you also have cognitive distortions. This is where we talk about the comparison. Comparison is the thief of all joy when it comes to comparing yourself to me as a live host, to anybody else's live host, because you're going to do your own thing. And you may say, oh, I don't know all the things Dr. Lucy knows. That's fine. You take people along your journey. You pick up a couple things along the process. Okay? So I want you to be aware of those cognitive distortions. Just drop them and say, hi, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Identify those distortions and then shift your mindset. And then I want you to talk about the relaxation. So we're going to learn about that. And then you're going to do the relaxation log. So you can keep track of that for like the next couple of days. And then your gratitude tool. What are, ooh, sorry, sorry. What are the things that you are um, most grateful for? And then coping strategies, and then finally your goal setting exercise. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. See you later, David. I appreciate it. And so goal setting, I told you earlier about setting short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. I want you to go live, but I want you to feel confident in your ability to go live. Okay, you can go live weekly, and then go live. Ideally, you're going live daily, so you can set a schedule. So that's there for you, and you can grab that. And then, last but not least, we're going to go over the bundle real quick if you want to grab the bundle. The bundle is great value because it has all the things you need. And then my friend favorite, she was in here. She's somebody that's gone live and she's going live. I love it. Exactly. That's free. So you can grab that. Just put in your name and email and grab it. It is yours. I don't spam you. I send you a few messages, but I want you to feel confident in your ability. I'm going to check on you. I want to make sure you can ask me questions, and I will support you. If you have questions about the Go Live process, you can come back here. I show up daily, so all that's there for you. But the bundle is where you get additional support and value, because essentially, if you buy this, I consider this my starter kit. So if you're somebody who's trying to figure out where do I start, I would say the bundle. And here's why. The bundle is essentially, it first of all comes with master resale rights, but it comes with these mini courses. It's a digital marketing one-on-one course. It's 3 hours. It gives you the fundamentals. Where I told you UBC is like 40 hours of content. You're gonna know different things. You'll be able to go back to it and get some other nuggets along the way. Absolutely. It has they just added Etsy, added faceless marketing. They have all of that. But this bundle here is going to give you digital marketing 101. It's going to teach you how to create your brand, your font, your logo, your colors, all the things you need. And then it's going to teach you Canva. Canva is a digital design software. And so you'll learn about Canva, which is amazing because you use Canva for everything. If you're not using Canva already, you're missing out. So I'm going to say that. But you're gonna learn about Canva, and then it also teaches you Canva's about to upgrade and use AI. So you need to come up with good prompts. That's how huge Canva's gonna be. So I'll let you know, get into it now, sooner the better, basically, because it's gonna be phenomenal. When it comes to the playbook, I tell people about the playbook because it really is telling you, like, if you're going live every day, you are getting to know your community, you're getting to know the platform. I've been using for almost 10 years, and it is amazing. Absolutely. It absolutely is amazing. And so this particular course teaches you 2 hours and about 5 minutes on Canva alone. So these mini courses, when you think about the amount of time you're going to get with the mini courses, you're going to get right at 6 hours of content. All right. Right shy of 6 hours of content that you're going to get. That's a troll, guys. Those are notifications you got to be aware of. Those trolls come in and they try to disrupt the room. So yeah, be mindful of that. I should point that out more often because I have other people come back and say, "Wait a minute, a notification said for me to in my live." Not true. It was a troll. I know people being messy when I see it. Um, so yeah, so when it comes to Canva, it's going to teach you this whole bundle is going to teach you almost 6 hours of content, and then with the playbook, it teaches you. I tell people, one, I want you to do these mini courses. Your digital marketing 101 course, your brand master class, and your Canva mastery, because I want you to create your brand. Okay, so again, this first part is about your brand. You're going to know who your target audience is. You're going to know your why. You're going to know your vision and your values for what you're doing. And then you can create your brand. So that's what you're learning. You're learning the fundamentals here. And then week two, I want you to create your product. Whether it's a digital product, physical product, consultations, membership, mentorship, whatever you're doing, you're going to create the product, the solution for your audience. It could be a checklist, it could be an ebook, it could be a workbook, whatever it is. It could be your live stream audio. I don't want you to sleep on the fact that this content here, with me talking or me showing my face, however you want to do it, is also content. It's your content. So you could make this a video tutorial or masterclass of some sort. So that's what you could do here. Week two is the product creation. Week three is the storefront. So you want to add it to your storefront. You want to market it and do email flows so that people can support you. And then week four, you launch it. So that is the playbook. That's what you're doing. And then you also get put into my Instagram group chat. There's over 100, I think we're now at 125 people that are in that group chat. It should be more. There's some people who haven't come in yet, but it should be a lot more. But my point is, we're building a community that's supportive, a community that's thriving, a community that's encouraging. That's what we're doing. People are able to give other ideas, feedback. That's that's how we're building this community. And you also get access to me, where I can meet with you one on one if we need to, or we could create, I can send you memo messages. So if you just have a quick question, I can engage back with you that way. But the goal is for you to be successful. So you get all that in this bundle. Good morning, Dana. Thank you so much for being here. Um, Purchase real quick. It's going to give you. Come back. Thank you so much. You're going to get this confirmation page. Where it's going to thank you. It comes from Stan. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Fred. It comes from Stan. Stan's going to give you a confirmation email, and actually, as you buy, it'll pop up on the screen if you want to purchase. So I point this out really quickly because these are clickable links, and I'm not going to be able to click on them all today. But know that in my in this package, if you bought, there's a YouTube video that I made with all these links so you have access to it. So you know Dr. Lisa was talking to you on this TikTok, but you can get a sense of all the different things that was available to you. There's a YouTube video that's there for you. There's another time stay in your live picture account. Watch time matters. It does. Um, you want to stay engaged long. You get positive, you get ranked as the top viewer based on all the different metrics for watch time, likes, comments, and gifting. Okay. So, Lori, if you click the upper right corner, not total right, because you're going to be clicking out of, clicking delete a lot, but there's a number there, the number 30. If you click that, it actually tells you who are the top viewers. And then it also goes into that question mark in the corner, how to get points. I point that out to people because I want you all to know how to actively engage in a live. And your engagement matters. Okay. You want to actively engage. So these are all clickable links. You're going to have a free Stanford account to access this. You're going to get this confirmation. It'll tell you instructions to go on my LinkedIn and my Instagram. Instagram is where you can get the videos. LinkedIn is the group chat. So I want you to send me a message over there as well. So again, if you bought this, I'm waiting on your message. And your message has to be words, not just hitting subscribe or follow, because I don't. I obviously I see it, but I don't know if you're somebody who bought, because your name and the name you bought under could have been totally different. So all that's there for you. Let me know if there's any questions. Again, I got to get off for a meeting. But I appreciate you all. If you want the bundle or if you want any of the things in my stand store, click my profile. The screen will pop up, my mini profile photo. You click it again, it'll take you to my main profile. And within my main profile is my stand store link. And you can go there and get any products that you need. Okay. But I'll keep it up until about 2 o'clock. That's the sale price. And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I do answer DMs. I have the imposter accounts. I'll probably have some more that pop up soon. But I had the imposter accounts. And so uh, I have not been uh, initiating outreach to people. I tell you to contact me first so I can then in turn support you and answer questions and do all the things. All right, good friends. I appreciate you here. Again, let me know if there's any last minute questions. And I will be back tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern, I have my battle. Second battle I've done. And then 6:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing my Sip Only Live. So I'm a busy lady today. I appreciate you all, though. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you at 4. Okay. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here as well on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and follow. We will connect. And if you send me a short, thank you, I appreciate it. If you send me a short, also, I'll make sure I go to your short and comment and subscribe to your channel. All right, take care, friends. Bye bye.